ain't good enough. Come on, Joe.
Wait, no. Stop this one.
Frizzle left tight, F fly, pass 37 punch, waggle, help, baby dizzy, X fan on the turbo.
Thank you, baby.
Football, man.
It's time to listen to a bald, fat loudmouth
Mr. T-Bone.
and a former football player.
And that ball intercepted by Tyvis pal.
Wow, no radio station has ever done that before.
Did it work for those people?
No, it never does. But it might work for us.
Welcome to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Welcome in. Happy Tuesday morning. What's up? I'm T-Bone. He's Tyvis. Good morning, Tyvis.
Oh, good morning, Mr. T-Bone.
Or should I say the marathon man today?
It's going to be a day, yeah.
Tyvis is, he's dedicated to the craft. Dedicated to making his life miserable, I think, as well. Because, you're doing the show today, 6 to 9 a.m. right here.
Yes.
You're going to leave out of here as you do on Tuesdays and Thursdays and bust it up to Cleveland to get there.
Got to get there by 11.
11 a.m. That is the ultimate Cleveland sports show.
Yep.
With a cast of characters far and wide ranging.
Yep.
So you can listen to that. And then you'll be on there from 11 to 1?
11 to 1. Then we got to do overtime, which is about 10, 15 minutes. So you're looking at 110, 115-ish.
Okay. And then after that, you come home, right?
You typically, yes.
But not today.
No, not today. No.
Where are you going today?
Today, I'm going to check out the Cleveland Browns practice, which starts at 2.
Mm-hmm.
And that's probably going to be anywhere from an hour and a half to 2 hours. So realistically, I'm leaving out of there at 3:45, 4 o'clock. That means I get back to Columbus about 6.
That's the day.
Yeah.
And then get up tomorrow, hang out with me again.
Hang out with you, and then I got a
2-hour training tomorrow on our computer systems. Yay.
Yeah, I got that, and then I gotta go to Worcester to get a couch. And then Thursday is the big move day. So
On Thursday, we're out at the OSU facility. We're going to be out there.
We'll see, because it's rain is in the forecast.
Hey, if we can get out there, we're going to be out there for practice. Yeah. Thursday and Friday, OSU camp begins. Wednesday night, we're going to do a live break-in on YouTube. We're going to be broadcasting live from the hotel when the players walk in. We can show you. We're not doing
I was about to say, are we really doing that?
No, I'm not doing. Are you kidding me? I told you I have no desire to go over there. I know that all
you don't want to take the pictures and upload them on your Twitter account.
I mean, I'm happy if that's a thing you get excited about. And as a Buckeye fan, I get it. We're desperate to see anything Buckeyes. Any signs that we're getting closer to the actual,
I can't wait to
football.
laugh. I can't wait to see it, because now I'm going to laugh, because I'm going to instantly think of you.
Oh, just know I'm sitting there. As soon as everybody starts posting those photos, mute. Like I have to unmute. Wow. I have to unmute people, because I don't need the photos. I don't need like 100 photos.
You actually mute people?
For the day. Just because I'm like, I don't need a timeline full of pictures of guys I've already know what they look like. I don't care what they're wearing into the hotel that they go to.
Maybe
I don't care.
Utilize. I don't mute nor block people.
Muting is good. I do a lot of muting. I actually do a lot of...
It makes your timeline so much better.
Yeah.
That's
right. Producer Nate is filling in for Dylan today, who's off. And Tyvis is mad at him because he took a day off.
No, he had good reasons.
Okay, fine.
he had a legitimate reason, and I couldn't be mad at that reason.
Why is rest not a legitimate reason? Just out of curiosity. Why do you have to be doing so? He is doing something. He has like stuff to do today, but
why not like getting rest? Because I need a day to rest.
If I said I just need the day off so I can, eat Funyuns and sleep, what's wrong with that?
You can not the eat Funyuns part, but you can sleep a lot when you're dead.
Yes, but as you pointed out, you can't eat Funyuns when you're dead. So
you can eat Funyuns at work.
No, not in here. Are you kidding? And stink up the whole studio?
Oh,
no.
T-Bone. We've done worse. We had Bojangles in here last
that
Friday.
Doesn't smell like, that's not, no. It's not the Funyuns themselves. It's the Funyuns breath that ensues after. Because I don't know what happens when you eat a Funyun, but it gets in your mouth, it goes down into your stomach, and then some kind of vapor that is worse and more egregious than whatever acid is in your stomach and Funyuns. It's the sum is greater than the parts, is what I'm saying, and it's such a bad smell.
But we so far away that I wouldn't even smell it.
No, but we talked for 3 hours, so I'm saying it would just emanate and be in here, and then the next group that would come in, when Bishop and Friends rolls in here, they would just be floored by the Funyuns breath.
Poor Reeser.
I'm not going to do that to him. The worst smell, I promise you, I don't know if your kids like this, if your kids eat Cheerios. Great breakfast food, right?
No.
They don't eat Cheerios?
No, they
You
eat
don't give 'em?
Cinnamon Toast Crunch and Fruit Loops.
It's good for you that you're keeping them off the Cheerios, and here's why. Because you get all this BS on the box about, like, it's heart healthy.
That's what it
It's-
says.
Yeah.
That's
You know
what
what it also is? It smells like a toxic dump when kids eat it. Because when my kids eat Cheerios, and this has happened, all three of them have done this, where they'll be eating the Cheerios, they'll sit there, they'll finish a bowl of Cheerios, and then they would inevitably run over to me like 10 minutes later and, let's play, Daddy. And then they'll up in my face, and I catch a whiff of that Cheerios breath. Oh, it's the worst smell. I would rather smell, no joke, I would rather smell like a pork processing facility or like a toxic dump. It's so bad. Oh, I can't take it.
You ever smell something that smells so bad that you couldn't help but to keep smelling it?
No.
I've done that.
What do you mean?
Like, it smells so horrible that you got to keep smelling it. That's one of the. Maybe it's a weird thing I do, but man, I'll be like, man, that is awful. But I got to smell it again to make sure that it's really that.
Did you see that hotel video of the former NBA? Was it a former NBA player that? Oh my gosh, I can't believe I didn't bring this up to you earlier. I got to go look this up. There was a dude, former NBA player.
Dante Jones, who
was
dug
he in the hallway?
Yeah, he dug in his butt.
This is
smelled
where
it and wiped it on the wall. Yeah, I saw that. Sure did. He's out of his mind.
What in the world is wrong with people?
He is out of his mind.
This video, this man, grown man, is in a hallway of a hotel waiting for the elevator, and he reaches the back of his pants, does something, pulls it out,
what he
sniffs it,
mm-hmm.
and then what? Yeah. Instant, I don't even know if jail is a strong enough term for that person right there. You should be in jail for life if you do. Are people walking around doing that?
Shout out to Dante Jones.
Tell me people are not doing that. Yeah, that's horrible on every level. You can't do that.
You know the last team he played for in the NBA?
Was it the Cavs?
Ding, 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 ding.
Well, that's great. Terrible. That's, oh, God.
He now is a coach on the Clippers.
Not anymore.
No,
Stinky Hands McGee. They're not letting. No. Are you kidding me? You can't come back from that.
He's player development coach.
He's developing.
He got a ring. He won a ring with the Cavs.
Yeah, good for him. All right. So there's a horrible story this morning. If you haven't seen the news about it, I hate to be the one to break it to you, but this morning the NFL had a weird situation. It happened yesterday evening. Lone gunman walked into the Park Avenue building in New York City where the NFL offices are, opened fire. 4 people are now dead. The gunman also took his life. The gunman, whose name is Shane Devin Tamura, 27 years old from Las Vegas, had a note on him that said he suffered from CTE and he had grievances with the NFL. That's all the authorities are saying about that. But an NFL staffer apparently was shot and is in critical condition or stable condition, I think they said.
No.
But yeah, it was pretty severe injuries. Roger Goodell had a statement that he posted everywhere, basically saying that one of their employees was injured. I believe all of our employees are otherwise safe and accounted for. We're deeply grateful for law enforcement officers who responded to this threat. One of the officers who responded, Officer Islam was his name. He apparently died.
Yeah.
So that's obviously our thoughts are with all the victims, the families, and I can't imagine what it's like to go through a mass shooting like that. Like all those people just having to deal with that trauma. The ones who lived through it, but yeah, horrible situation. There's I don't know what this man's grievances were, but nothing rises to the level where you should go and do that. I mean, it's obviously this is someone who's deranged, disturbed, something. Yeah, it's a horrible situation.
And you say he wanted his brain studied?
Supposedly he put in the note that he has CTE. He believes he suffers from CTE, and he wanted his brain to be studied after. I mean, it sounds like he went in there with a plan. Like he went in with a plan, knowing he was going to do harm, knowing he probably wasn't going to make it out. And so he had a note laying out why he did what he did, and that was one of the requests they made. And yeah, in a world that I live in, they don't do anything with him regarding studying his brain because you don't get to call your shot after you go and do that. So no, that's it for all that. You move along from him, but no, the thoughts are with the victims here and obviously their families. But yeah, it's kind of, there's so many mass shootings that we've heard of in the U.S. over the dozens of years. I go back to when I was a kid and Columbine happened, and that was kind of the first one I was ever aware of. Yeah. Which happened out of school. But, it's something where I guess it shouldn't be surprising that literally every facet of our lives gets touched by this stuff. And now the NFL having this type of situation happen at the literal headquarters of the NFL.
Yes, things like this that's like why a lot of people stay at home now. It's hard to really be out in public because you never know. This situation was awful. I mean, the officer that died, he was married with 2 boys and his wife was pregnant with a 3rd child on the
horrible.
way. Like that's the impact that like these kids will be like to be fatherless. And everybody else that was involved, again, like you said, will be scarred for life by this. There's so much trauma that comes from this. It's such a selfish stunt from this guy. I don't understand it. Like, if you wanted attention, you could have just did something else. Like, you didn't have to do this to bring the attention. Like, it's amazing what people will do for attention nowadays. And this is just not the way to do it. Like there's absolutely so many other ways that you can get the help, seek help, and all those other things. This was not the correct way to do it.
Senseless is the word that comes to mind for anything like this. And like we said, our thoughts are with the victims, and glad to hear that they were able to neutralize the situation, the police officers. But just a horrible situation. So sorry to start off with that news. It's very bad. We'll go to something that's less bad, but if you're a Guardians fan, it's still a just very frustrating situation. What is going on with the Guardians right now? The latest on the gambling probe that has taken another player off the active roster. We'll talk about that next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning. Well, we are kicking off our Tuesday commute with no problems on the roads, at least for right now. Taking a close look at folks over on the west side. If you're heading out the door and taking 70 in that eastbound direction, that's looking pretty good. Right at State Route 142, especially by that ongoing construction site just north of West Jefferson. Still looking really good this morning. No slowdowns to report out there. Thankfully, 33 to Roberts Road, same situation there. 6 minutes will only take you at 71 miles per hour, so you are flying through that area. Everything is looking great, though. Still no accidents to report as of right now. I'm 10 TV's Brina Albizu with your fan traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Roosters. Roosters is giving away 12 ultimate Buckeye experiences. We're talking tickets, sideline passes, trips to a first-round postseason game, and more. Register today and every day at roosterswings.com.
When was the last time you could just jump out of bed without having to worry about your knee or back? You probably have this in the back of your mind. This will disappear, but nothing has ever changed. It's Tyvis Powell, and it's time to call and schedule that free consultation with Dr. Wolkoff and his team at QC Kinetics here in Columbus. There are thousands of patients who will tell you they wish they would have done it sooner. I'm glad that I did. Let me tell you about my experience. Other patients and myself have turned our lives around with QC Kinetics regenerative treatments that work with your body to help restore and repair damaged joint tissues. Natural cellular therapies, no scalpels, no pills, just long-term relief with no dreaded recovery. Check it out at qckinetics.com/Columbus. Bring your x-rays and MRIs to QC Kinetics for a free, no-pressure chat and a thorough evaluation to see if you're a good candidate. The consultation is free. Just call QC Kinetics at 380-208-4544. 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544.
I'm an old school Joe. I never lay juice I don't want to lay. I don't hate my money like that. I'd rather lay minus 108 than minus 110, wouldn't you? Prime Sports is Ohio's full-time reduced juice sportsbook. Download the Prime Sports Ohio app or visit our website, primesportsbook.com. Get a welcome bonus to match your initial deposit up to $400 in bonus bets. And be a member of the Prime Sports family.
Terms and conditions apply. Visit website for details. Must be 21 and present in Ohio. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Common Man here for Germain Lexus of Dublin and Easton. My guys at Germain are celebrating their biggest pre-owned sales event of the year. Tons of vehicles on the lot for you to choose from, and they're ready to deal. It's also the Lexus Golden Opportunity sales event with rates as low as 2.99%. I was riding in my Lexus on one of our hot summer days, and I felt the crisp breeze of cold air on my cracky. Don't you want that for yourself? Of course you do. Germain Lexus, 2 locations to serve you, Dublin and Easton, GermainLexus.com.
Are you ready for the ultimate entertainment experience? It's all here, only with Spectrum TV Select. Popular apps are included. Disney Plus, Max, Peacock Premium, Paramount Plus, AMC Plus, and more. And live TV for sports, entertainment, and news. Enjoy across your devices no matter when or where you are. Get Spectrum TV Select and start streaming your favorites today. It's all here. Visit spectrum.com/entertainment. Restrictions apply.
Don't sweat it. Call Care Heating and Cooling and we'll fix your air conditioner fast. 1-800-COOLING.
The Dublin Irish Festival, August 1st through 3rd in Dublin, Ohio. Voted 2025 USA Today Best Cultural Festival in the nation. This year promises 3 incredible days of Irish music, dance, food, and fun. Get your tickets at DublinIrishFestival.org.
Morning Juice is live on YouTube. Weekday mornings starting at 6. Or on demand whenever you want it. Yeah, whenever. Bobby Carpenter's at your beck and call. And Tito's there too, to clean the toilets. Head to YouTube and subscribe today.
And now, Public Education Matters with Ohio Education Association President Jeff Wensing.
Ohio's educators are dedicated to their students, but we can't do it alone. We need strong partnerships with parents and guardians, and we need support from our leaders to ensure our schools have the resources they need to provide a world-class education for every child. No exceptions. When we work together, our students win.
Public Education Matters, brought to you by the Ohio Education Association.
Have you experienced foot or ankle pain during or after sports, running, or exercising at the gym? Nagging aches in your foot or ankle that won't go away? Podiatric physicians can provide you with important foot care solutions, shoe inserts, or show you how to support your feet and ankles so you're able to compete or exercise comfortably. Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association podiatric physicians are located throughout the state and have been serving the profession and the public for over 100 years. For more information or to find a member of the Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association near you, visit ohiofoot.org.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
We'll see patchy fog to start and humid and warm with wake-up temperatures in the 70s. And enjoy it this afternoon. Our highs getting into the low 90s with a heat advisory in place for our feels like getting into the triple digits. For tonight, partly cloudy overnight. Lows will be down into the 70s. Another hot day ahead on Wednesday with feels like, again, approaching 100 degrees. I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo for The Fan with your 10 Weather Impact Forecast.
T-Bone and Tyvis is sponsored by Prime Sports. Download the Prime Sports Ohio app today or visit online at primesportsbook.com.
Tyvis is drinking a protein shake for breakfast. T-Bone is eating a protein donut. Minus the protein. And it's more than one donut. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Get hungry just thinking about it. So Jeff Passan yesterday broke some news that very relevant to Guardians fans and obviously shook the baseball world. Cleveland Guardians closer Emmanuel Clase, this is Passan's tweet, has been placed on non-disciplinary paid leave as part of Major League Baseball's sports betting investigation, sources tell ESPN. Of course, then Passan goes on to say Clase is the second Guardians pitcher on leave, tied to the investigation, joining right-hander Luis Ortiz. I don't know if it matters, but according to people who cover the Guardians, their lockers are right next to each other, and they bonded over spring training over I guess they both have animals. I don't know if they mean farm animals or dogs and cats, but apparently these guys are good buddies, and they sit right next to each other. So there's so many different ways to start off with this Emmanuel Clase situation. The obvious one is WTF. What the hell is wrong with you? What?
I don't understand what's wrong with any of them. Why don't you understand that if you tell in the sixth inning, I'm about to throw a ball, why don't you understand that somebody's going to say, oh, for real? Well, I'm going to go put $10,000. Put $10,000 on it, dude. I keep saying, if you're going to do this, you got to put a smart limit. It's going to get flagged every single time, especially if you're a bettor that, usually is bet, $20, $20, maybe $100 every now and again. Yeah. Out of nowhere, boom, $10,000. Dude, of course they gonna flag it. So for me, it's dumb on their part by telling them, and it's dumb on the bettor's fault by keep doing this. It's not worth it, man. Even when I played football many, many years ago, I feel like that was so long ago, and it really wasn't in the grand scheme of things. But anyways. No.
Seems like yesterday, Tyvis, I was watching you go out there and take bad angles on tackles. That's what I.
Even when I was playing, obviously sports gambling wasn't like legal, but
it was legal in Las Vegas.
If you knew somebody, if you knew somebody,
well, that's illegal.
If you knew somebody who knew somebody in the alley, and maybe you exchanged some stuff like that type of stuff.
That's all illegal. That's still illegal for what that's worth.
But the thing is, like when they said to us as a rookie, like if you gamble, like you're banned. I never thought of gambling ever. Like it was never. Now I get it. It's different today because it's advertised everywhere and all those things. But if you telling me that my livelihood will be taken away from me if I get caught, there's no way that I'm doing that. Like there's no way. And these guys, I'm not saying they did because it's all alleged right now. Obviously, they're still doing their investigation. But if they did this, like that's ridiculous. Like you just took money and threw it in the air. And then for a guy like for Clase, he was obviously brought up in trade rumors, and my whole thought was they should have traded. They should have traded him before this came out if they was going to. But now you down 2 pitchers, and they talking about it might be more.
Well, that's the news that I didn't see until this morning, but I actually think you posted it last night. Was it Hector Gomez, who I'm not familiar with Hector Gomez, full disclosure, but he has 100,000 followers. He is labeled on Twitter. His handle is HGomez27 as an MLB insider. He also apparently is in the Dominican, and that's where Emmanuel Clase, I believe, is from, is the Dominican. So I don't know if he has some special insight here or not, but he apparently is. He works for media down there. He covers the sport. He has posted this as of yesterday, late last night. He said, source, other Guardians pitchers are being investigated for Major League Baseball sports betting. According to the source, the names of the pitchers involved will be revealed in the coming days. They'll be placed on non-disciplinary paid leave, as has been the case with Luis Ortiz and Emmanuel Clase. So I don't know if we don't know if that's his report. I'll let him live. We'll see what happens with that, right? Sometimes sources get stuff wrong. But if any of that's true, then right now I think we're on the cusp of it being a, whoa, what is going on with the Guardians issue? It's not there yet.
No,
now,
it's close.
So it's one. When one guy does it, you're like, okay, that's just a loose cannon. That's one dude. There's nothing to see here. When it's 2 guys, you go, all right, well, what's their connection? Oh, they're extremely close friends. They're buddies. And again, we don't know if either of these guys did this, but both of them are now caught up in this investigation, presumably because whatever got one of them in trouble, perhaps now both of them being close friends are both being, looked at for similar things. If you want to go out and start looking at the videos that are out there of people who have found first pitches from Emmanuel Clase, where I believe the stat is that he's something like near 20% of his pitches on first pitches were like non-competitive, or whatever the term they're using is, not close to the strike zone. And then on the rest of his pitches, it's down to like, 10% or 8% or something like that. It's a big disparity for all of his other pitches to be that non-competitive. He has a big jump on first pitches, and that is something that you can gamble on. Is the first pitch going to be a ball or a strike? We can go many, further down the speculative road. I don't want to do that. What I will say is, if it turns up that there's other names than those 2 guys in this investigation, and suddenly more guys are getting suspended, then you have a much greater situation where you're looking at the Guardians organization and questions have to be asked. I already saw they have already asked Stephen Vogt about, why did you pitch this guy? Because apparently it was known that something like this could be coming. There's a quote he had, and I'd have to go find it, where he essentially said, well, we were told that they were looking into stuff, but sometimes they look into stuff and it turns out to be nothing. So what am I supposed to do? He's on the roster. I'm going to use him. And I just, okay, but I have questions about if that's even a concern, throwing a guy out there knowing that he's being investigated for that seems bad, right? That seems not like the greatest way to go about this, because then you're putting in question all the games that he's pitched in. And I don't believe I have to say this, but it is bad to gamble on the baseball games, period, but especially the ones you're playing in. Especially on things you're directly responsible for. Like,
that's the part.
It's the integrity of the game.
I just don't understand it. Like, they make decent money, don't they? If I'm not mistaken, they make maybe a couple of million.
I think he's on like a $4 to $6 million, something like that deal. It's very good for someone of his caliber and talent, obviously, but he's still on he's under team control for another couple of years. That's why he was a very lucrative trade prospect, was that maybe you deal him and get a bunch of stuff back. Now that's off the table. That's done. You've basically blown up the deadline for the Guardians with this news.
All I would say is one of them is telling. They telling. I'm telling you.
Oh, someone's talking.
This is my
You're
favorite. Right. One of my favorite phrases. Why do 10 when you can tell on a friend? They are telling between Ortiz or Clase. One of them sung like a canary. You hear me? They are like Jose Canseco. They are telling here they know.
Don't bring your Mark McGuire shame into this. We know that man cheated. Nothing that needs to be brought in here about that.
Like McGuire would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for those rotten kids.
Jose McGuire him too. Jose Canseco is a Scooby-Doo villain in your world. That's good. I like that. There's so much more to discuss with all this because we'll be talking about this all morning, right? Like Emmanuel Clase, I believe, is he not the saves leader in Guardians history?
Probably. If he's not,
he's super close.
He's like second.
I think he is the leader in saves in Guardians history. Like this guy being under investigation, he is on paid leave through the end of August. Like whether or not he ends up doing something, what I'm telling you is I don't believe Major League Baseball puts a guy on that level of leave unless they've got something at least that's so egregious that they're like, look, we have to get him off the field. And then if there's a really good explanation for this, a 1 in a million chance there's an explanation for what he did, then we'll rescind this and we'll apologize and all that. But you're like messing with the guy's career. You're messing with the guy's reputation. You're messing with the Guardians trade deadline and everything else. All their plans now are blown up with that.
We wasn't doing nothing. We lost to the Rockies last
What
night,
I mean is before this, it's like, well, do we deal our star closer? We're 3.5 games out. Is that, do we need to possibly think about making moves one way or the other? What are we doing? Now all of that strategy goes out the window, doesn't it? Now
I gotta wonder if even the rumors had already dried up phone calls on the trades.
Yeah, right. I mean, maybe just that alone. Maybe there were some interest before, and then if it was known by the Guardians that their guys were being investigated, I'm sure that wasn't something that was completely unknown to other teams in Major League Baseball. So you're right, Nate. That absolutely could be the case too.
Doesn't matter. The season's over anyways.
Oh, because of the Rockies?
We lost to the Rockies, so we're 4 games out of the wild card spot. Like they just trying to get to the end of the season.
Yeah. Well, more on that. We will keep talking about this. Also, sad news yesterday. We learned last night that a legend of Major League Baseball. What am I trying to say? Guy passed away who was a legend in the game. We'll talk about him next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic
from the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Well, a heads up for folks over on the east side. We're noticing some lane closures starting tonight on 270 southbound. This will be between Main Streets and 70, 11 p.m. to 5 a.m. No detour here, though. Traffic will be maintained through that southbound collector and those distributor lanes, so no worries there. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin. John, what are you doing? Get in my car. Why are you walking to work?
Thanks, man. It's these insanely high gas prices. They are draining my bank account. I can't afford to drive anymore.
Dude, don't walk. Just do what I do, because I never pay full price for gas anymore. I use the free Upside app that pays you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait, you're telling me you get paid cash when you buy gas with the Upside app?
Yes, I get real cash back every time I buy gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
I'll make around $200.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the free Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code $1 for an extra 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's promo code $1. You can cash out anytime right to your bank account, to PayPal, or an e-gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code $1 for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code $1.
Hi, welcome to IKEA. Hi, I'm in a whirlwind of college prep. Gotcha. We've got affordable solutions to create the perfect college living space. Great. And visit our website to see how verified college students with an IKEA family account can receive a one-time use 15% off coupon. Nice. You guys think of everything. Pretty much. Offer ends 9/30/25. Valid ID required. Discount applied proportionally across items purchased as shown on receipt. See IKEA-USA.com/ready-for-college for complete terms.
T-Bone and Tyvis is presented by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Sign up today at awaken180weightloss.com.
Listen to that! Son of a... That's unbelievable! Oh my goodness! Holy smoke! Just incredible!
T-Bone and Tyvis present Clip That.
Sponsored by Prime Sports. Download the Prime Sports Ohio app today or visit online at primesportsbook.com. Receive a 100% match when you deposit up to $400 with the Prime Sports Ohio app.
Sad news this morning to report. One of the legends of the game, noted Cub. If you were a Chicago Cubs fan, I don't have to tell you this about how legendary Ryne Sandberg was. He sadly was passed away yesterday, it was announced, after a battle with, apparently he had prostate cancer, dead at the age of 65. He announced in January 2024 he'd been diagnosed with cancer, had chemotherapy, radiation treatments, said in August of that year that he was cancer-free, but posted this past December that it came back and had returned and spread to other organs. So fought it, however, unfortunately, passed away at the age of 65, so our thoughts are with him, his family. But yeah, I mean, a legend of the game. This is a game that specifically, you know, we get heroes in because there's moments in baseball that I think you have them in football, you have them in basketball, but to have a guy standing at the plate, waiting on a pitch, and it's like, if he hits this, he wins the game. If he doesn't, we're going home. There's just something about that. And he had heroic moments like that have caused him to be embedded, especially in the memories of Cubs fans for many, many years. But this is Ryne Sandberg, a legendary game. It's literally called the Ryne Sandberg game. Here you go. Bob Costas on the call.
In left center field and deep, this is a tie ball game. Coordinating producer of baseball, Harry Coyle. 1-1 pitch. He hits it to deep left center. Look out! Do you believe it? It's gone! We will go to the 11th, tied at 11. Sandberg, in the Cubs' last at-bat, has twice delivered a game-tying home run, a solo shot of the night, a 2-run blast with 2 out of the 10th.
There you go. 2 home runs in the 9th and 10th inning to tie the game up. Both of them off of Cardinals closer Bruce Sutter. Not a bad pitcher in his own right. So there you go. The Hall of Famer Ryne Sandberg passes away. We're sad to hear that news as well today. But yeah, I think if you're I hear Ryne Sandberg, I immediately have memories, thoughts, like kids wearing the 23 jersey that I grew up with. Like he was a popular guy growing up. You don't have as much probably memories of him, Tyvis. That was a little before your time, right?
Yeah, he was definitely before my time, but I always got appreciation for guys that deliver in the clutch, and he seems like he was one of those guys that came through in those clutch moments like that. And I always appreciate that because it takes a special person to be calm and, you know, knowing that the team is depending on you and you still go out there and find a way to get it done with all that pressure. And it seems like he did a lot of that. I mean, he was the MVP and all those things. So, hey, I respect him.
Oh, no, talented player. And you know what? If he was going up against guards pitching, he might not even have got anything to hit. It was the first pitch anyway. He would just stand there and take. I don't know if you're playing baseball against the Guardians anytime soon, and you see it's the first pitch of your at bat. Just stand there with one hand on your shoulder and one hand on your hip, and just be like, I dare you to throw it down the middle. I know you guys got money on this. What are we doing? I saw this line of thinking.
I dare you to throw it down. You go throw away 10,000. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm waiting it out. There's so many things I took away from this Clase story. One of them is they've lined up all these pitches, right? that purportedly show.
I mean,
these are suspicious pitches.
Yeah, they are, Lord. I mean, he's dirting a lot of these, and it's sad because it's the first pitch.
It's
like
if you're gonna do it, at least be close, not 10 feet outside.
He throwing
This is
these
exactly
things
right.
in the dirt.
And this, I looked at those pitches and I thought, I tied it into the Major League Baseball umpires being absolute trash. Because all we're talking about with Major League Baseball umpires is like, they got to go to the automatic balls and strikes thing. We just had last night. I saw it multiple times. The Mets had a situation with Juan Soto where he's just like, he's staring back at the ump multiple times. Like, you really called that a strike? You really called that? And eventually, manager had to come out and get run because if he didn't, Soto was going to get thrown out because that was so bad. But I feel like these Clase A pitches, and it's not just him, right? We've seen this with Ortiz, too. Some of his pitches on the first ones.
Wow. Like, they be throwing, they leave no doubt that it's going to be a ball.
They have to, I feel like it's almost an indictment on the umpires because at some point you're saying, well, there's money. If there was money riding on this, I don't want to leave anything to chance. If I throw it at the guy's shoes, he still may call it a strike. If I throw it at his eyeballs, he may call it a strike. So I'm going to dirt it 10 feet in front of the plate just so there's no chance this guy calls it a strike.
You know what they should do? You know what they should have did? If I was batting and I knew that this was the case, I'd swing at the first pitch no matter where it went. I'd swing again.
Just to mess up their money. That's pretty good.
I swing at the pitch no matter what, just to get the strike. Now, let's go. Now, let's play some baseball.
I've also seen this logic come out, which I think we got to talk about this because the bigger story now, once you get beyond what it means for the Guardians, is what does it mean for Major League Baseball? And I've seen people saying, oh, there you go. This is what was going to happen. Whenever we made legalized sports gambling, this was going to be the thing that would happen. I just want to bring this thought to your attention. I actually think it's the opposite. I feel like years and years ago, how easy would it have been for some guy in the 80s or 90s or early 2000s, whatever, to have a buddy who lives in Vegas, to fly to Vegas, to whatever, and maybe tell your buddy, like, hey, man, go ahead on this next game. When next time you see me pitch, first pitch of any of my starts, I'm going to throw a pitch that's going to be a ball. If you can find a line on it, bet that I'm going to throw a ball every single time because I'm going to do it. I wonder, genuinely, I'm saying that's something that could have been done in the 80s, 90s, 2000s. No one would have ever caught. None of us were paying attention.
There weren't sports books to trace it.
That's it.
Flag it, I should say.
The reason any of this is even getting flagged is because the sports books, they want to help out Major League Baseball. They're partners with Major League Baseball, sure. The real reason is they don't want to lose money. This is a little dirty secret about sports gambling. They want to take all of your money, right? They want it to be fair. They want it to be equitable. But why do they change the lines? Like if they put an over-under for an NFL game at 34.5 points, and immediately 90% of the wagers come in on the over, oh man, that's too low. What do? Within hours, they will adjust that line up to say, okay, 40, 41, until everyone stops betting the over and starts betting the under. They want it to be 50-50 for the house every single time because that's how they make their money. There's less risk involved for them.
They was losing a lot of money on this. Huh?
Well, when someone is purposefully gaming the system, they're flagging that for their own bottom line. Not just for the integrity of baseball or the integrity of the sports gambling community. They're also doing that because they want to make money. That's the real secret to this. The fact that we have all of this technology now, there's people who monitor this stuff on purpose for that. That's why some of this stuff's getting caught. You can look at it one way and say, oh, well, we got cheating scandals in the NBA. You had a guy get kicked out of the league. You got 2 more guys under investigation right now. Major League Baseball's had a bunch of these situations come up. Man, it seems like everybody's gambling now because of sports gambling being legal, or they're actually catching what may have already been happening off and on throughout Major League Baseball history, and we just didn't know about it because someone wasn't sitting there tracking first pitches. Someone wasn't looking at the, ball strike bet on a first pitch because they didn't have a vested interest in it.
So you think that back in the day, you're allegedly saying back in the day, it was probably going on, but we just didn't catch it.
What I'm saying is no one would probably have paid any attention to a guy who's like, oh, man, he always throws a ball in the first strike. Like, I don't think Major League Baseball would have paid attention to that. There weren't as many sports gambling situations that would have been noticing that. I'm saying, like,
it's how you throw the ball. Like, that's the problem in these situations. Not the fact that Clase or whoever was throwing a ball. It's the way to play.
Well, there's that. But what I'm getting to is that if somebody had wanted to in the 80s or 90s, they absolutely could have told a friend of theirs or someone, hey, go put some money on this. If the line existed. Now, to be fair, I don't know that line has always existed. Maybe they didn't do first pitches because obviously with the digital age, there's a lot more instant feedback, right? You can gamble on things now that you probably couldn't 30 years ago. That's fair.
If you want to gamble and you want to rush, you go take all the money that you want to gamble, go to the casino and put it on red. That's
why is that financial advice with Tyvis Powell?
Put it on red. And I'm telling you right now, it's the biggest rush because you either go double your money or you go lose it all. And it's instant. It's right then and there. You can get up and walk away either way. You can either double your money.
Please gamble responsibly.
The Rush to Hollywood Casino is on.
Please gamble responsibly. I just want to be very clear. That's why they put those disclaimers in there, because you don't need advice like that.
Put it on red.
No.
Now, you know what?
That.
Put it on black.
Okay, do whatever. I don't care.
Put it on black.
Or whatever floats your boat. Morning Wood is coming up next. Would you trust a Guardians pitcher to be an honest deal? I don't know. We'll find out next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic
from the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Hey there, and welcome to your Tuesday. We are noticing our first crash of the morning, and this one is happening over in our downtown area. US 23 northbound, that 4th Street area, right off of 670 westbound. We do have a ramp closure out there because of this crash. Again, 670 at 4th Street. Looking at our traffic cams, we do notice first responders are on scene, so hopefully they're able to clean up the crash pretty soon here. Thankfully, not causing any delays. Just if you're heading into this area, make sure to be extra cautious this morning. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Irish adventure awaits at the Dublin Irish Festival August 1st through 3rd in Dublin, Ohio. Voted 2025 USA Today Best Cultural Festival in the nation. This year promises 3 incredible days of Irish music, dance, food, and fun. Enjoy unique Irish experiences as you explore one of the top festivals in the U.S., drawing over 90,000 guests to Dublin, Ohio each year. Get your tickets at dublinirishfestival.org.
Make your next shopping trip a good deal better with the Meijer 7 for 7 sale. Pay just $1 each when you mix or match any 7 or more of over 1,000 participating items, like select varieties of Meijer frozen personal pizzas, extra large avocados, select varieties of Chobani Greek yogurt, and Meijer essential paper towels. Getting more for your money with the Meijer 7 for 7 sale. That's the save to bundle good life at Meijer. Exclusions apply. See all deals in the Meijer app.
Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. And there was a time I dreaded getting out of bed in the morning. I dreaded doing my workouts. I dreaded trying to carry my kids around because nothing felt good. My knee was bothering me. And I know there's a lot of folks out there that are going through the same thing. Years of sports or abuse or whatever it is on your body is taking its toll. Do not wait any longer. There is a treatment protocol that doesn't require surgery, doesn't require pills. It's going to repair and restore the joint tissue itself. We're talking about natural cellular therapies with my friends over at QC Kinetics. I checked them out. My dad checked them out. No long recovery, just the relief that you need. You can bring your x-rays, your MRIs to QC Kinetics for free. There's no pressure. The chat, they're going to evaluate you, look at you, lay out a protocol to see if you're a good candidate. The consultation is free. Just call QC Kinetics at 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544.
I'm an old school Joe, and my philosophy is simple and effective. At the end of the day, it's not what you win or lose, it's what you save. And betting reduced juice at Prime Sports Ohio is the way to save money on every single bet. Download the Prime Sports Ohio app or visit our website, primesportsbook.com. Get a welcome bonus to match your initial deposit up to $400 in bonus bets. And be a member of the Prime Sports family.
Terms and conditions apply. Visit website for details. Must be 21 and present in Ohio. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone for Window Nation. Did you know their co-founders are Ohio natives? Yep, with over 15 years replacing windows in the Columbus region, Window Nation knows what windows work best for Ohio homeowners like you. And right now, you can get 50% off all window styles plus no interest until 2030. That's right, 0 interest for 5 whole years. Even better, you can take advantage of the best deal of the year while getting one-day installation with Window Nation. Call 866-90-NATION today or visit windownation.com for your free quote.
What's the best way to make sure you don't miss any of your favorite fan shows? Download the Fan app, silly.
Ah, damn it, I knew that.
App Store, Google Play, or just scream right at your phone. Psst, you can also listen to Buckeye games. Do it now.
A SoFi personal loan is here to help you achieve something once thought impossible, overcoming high-interest credit card debt. Walk the tightrope of your finances with one low, fixed-rate monthly payment, no fees required, and as soon as the same-day funding. That's right. Pull off your own debt-defying stunt with a SoFi personal loan. Visit SoFi.com/trick to learn more. Loans originated by SoFi Bank, N.A., member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply. NMLS 696891.
Whether you're building a single roof or a successful roofing business, roofing contractors like you need the right tools for the job, and software is no exception. Service Titan is on a mission to be the most powerful software platform for the trades, with purpose-built technology proven to maximize revenue, streamline operations, and deliver 5-star customer experiences. We are taking roofing companies like yours to the next level and beyond. Service Titan. We are built for this. See what we can do for roofers at servicetitan.com.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Right Way Heating and Cooling and Bryant, doing whatever it takes to keep you and your home comfortable. The Fan.
All of the hair on their heads is slowly migrating to the lower part of their faces. And cracky. This is T-Bone and Tyvis.
Every day you can pop into the YouTube chat and say hello. Just go to YouTube, search 971 The Fan, click on T-Bone and Tyvis. You're right there. Rusty's in there giving you crap about not working out. I like that.
I worked out yesterday.
Did you?
I did. It was a leg day.
Yeah. That's the one you're supposed to skip, according to, is it Mike Dawson told you don't need to do legs?
Yeah, he's out of his mind. The reason that, he's a guy, I think I had this theory yesterday as I was working out. I said the reason why these guys have lower body injuries when they get older is because they stop doing legs. That's what I think.
That could be. Did you see, by the way, speaking of workouts, Luka Doncic cover men's health?
Yeah, look at that. Now, I tell you what, Luka, when he first came into the league, they said that processed foods saved everybody in the NBA because when he first came into the NBA and he was in tip-top shape, he was dunking and doing all this stuff. If he gets back to that, it might be. It might be a problem.
Listen, he was in the land of barbecue and everything in Dallas, and now he's out in the land of, not that LA doesn't have that stuff, but it's like
they're very healthy.
LA's got a lot of sweet greens places out there. Yes. You can go get a kale shake on anytime you want. So I'm just saying.
That's fair.
And he's got all the motivation now because Nico Harrison was basically like, yeah, this fat idiot can't do anything. Let's trade him. And it's like, oh, yeah? He said, bet. And then the Guardians were like, what? What do you wear? How do I do it? Let's make it happen.
It's good to know where you stand on the important issues. Oh, my. This is Morning Wood.
All right. Producer Nate is in today for Dylan. Nate, go ahead. Morning Wood question number 1.
All right. This one is just for Tyvis. Tyvis.
Oh, man.
What would the safety version of the Emmanuel Clase situation be?
Can you bet on like 15-yard pass interference where you just like take a guy's head off?
It would
Personal foul?
It would be he takes a bad angle and missed the tackle. How about that?
Why didn't I bet on that back in the day? I should have.
Oh my goodness.
I talk way too much crap for this. Yeah.
No, I would say you would have to probably go with missed tackles. Like that'd probably be the because at interceptions you don't really get those many opportunities like you would think. So the easiest thing would probably be missed tackle. He'll miss his first tackle.
Did you ever get investigated for that? Where they're like, man, people keep betting on him to get a pick in this game, and he just doesn't do it. He might be on the tape.
Hey, my last year, I dropped so many picks that they probably be like, yeah, you look like you. And I mean, they was bad. Like, there was someone hit me right in the numbers.
Oh, man.
I remember against Indiana, it hit me square in the numbers. And I took off. I tried to run before I caught it. Like, it was like one of those gimmies that I was like, I know I'm going to catch this, and I dropped it.
So bad that the announcers are like, that's why he's not a receiver, folks. And you're like, okay.
I couldn't even say nothing. I just walked back to the huddle.
Morningwood number 2.
All right, as we get ready for the MLB trade deadline on Thursday, do you want to be the Guardians and just know your teams are sellers? Or would you want to be the Reds in this no man's land of maybe we'll make the playoffs, maybe we should just hold on to our prospects? What would you rather be?
I'd rather be... Ooh, that's actually a tough question. I'd rather be the Reds because it's at least I like to have the opportunity of making the postseason. Because in baseball, if you make the postseason, anything can happen. To where it's like you're in the Guardians.
Not if you're the Reds. You're going to lose.
Well, you never know. You never know.
That pitching staff, though, man.
They nice.
You need 3 guys who can really go, and you've got 4 or 5 that could beat problems. So.
I'd rather have a shot to be to win the World Series than not.
Well, I'm with you. I would rather see, if my team is that close, I need to know that the Reds have pressure on the front office to actually do something.
They don't.
No, but they should, because you're close. That pitching staff is so good. If you go out a couple bats, and I hate to say, Guardians fans, like the Clase news may have been some of the best news for Reds fans, because now, if you're the Guardians, you got to think about Dylan Kwan. Like you're blowing it up.
Whoa.
You got to blow it up. You're not buying.
Whoa.
You're not buying.
Whoa.
You're not making the playoffs. And Stephen Kwan is going to get you a return.
We will sell Stephen Kwan at the deadline next year.
No. You get the big return this year. You need to get back into the winning window sooner while Jose Ramirez is still there. You don't want to wait an extra year on that. It's not happening. This Class A news caused them to be sellers. Maybe the Reds benefit from that. One more, Morningwood number 3.
We had a few icons in the field of entertainment pass away last week, and it got me to thinking, would you rather relive your favorite sports memory or your favorite concert?
Oh, well, that's Tyvis. You have one that you went to. So. I know your answer.
Well, my answer is it's pretty much definitely relive my favorite sports memory. I mean, there was a lot of them that I really cherish. So
you know what's crazy? Like, because I love sports and I have loved sports for years. You played. Your favorite sports memories, I'm presuming, would be you playing in the sport.
My favorite sports memory is actually the Cavs winning the championship. It's a big one.
Over you winning a championship?
Yeah, that was just be expected. We had me. Yeah, we had a chance every time I was there.
I have learned from working with you that sometimes I think I have some confidence, and then I realize, oh no, I have like an ounce, a drop of confidence compared to your ocean of confidence, and I love that. I could learn from that.
I'm just saying, we had me, so we always had a chance to win the championship. Like it was like when LeBron kept losing. Like it was like everybody knew at a certain point in time LeBron was going to win a ring. Like that's how when Tyvis Powell committed to Ohio State, that was exactly what everybody thought. At some point, it's going to happen.
My favorite concert of all time, I would actually take the concert memory because I was there in a small venue and I was right up at the front of the stage. Nate, you are a guy. Nate used to work for the now departed CD 101, 102.5, 92.9. Did you ever go to a concert at Bernie's Distillery on campus?
I was too young for Bernie's.
Okay, you missed out on Bernie's.
Yeah, I did.
I tell you what, Bernie's Distillery was it was a restaurant. It wasn't a distillery at all.
I hear all the stories from that venue.
It maybe held 100 people. It was 1,000,000 degrees in there, but a few of my favorite bands played there. And that show, one of my buddy's bands, my buddy Brian was in a band called Staple. They opened for these other bands that came through. I think it was like Project 86 and Stavesacre were the other bands. And I'm there in the front row. My buddies are playing, and as soon as they got done, they hopped off the stage and stood in the front row with us as we watched 2 of these other bands that we loved. And it was like maybe 100, 150 people. But they're all hanging off the rafters. People are like it was one of the most insane concerts ever. So yeah,
you relived that one.
I'll never get that back. That place is a Target now.
Not the Buckeyes winning the championship in 2015.
They're going to do it. They just did it last year.
See,
I didn't go to Bernie's. I didn't go to Bernie's in January. Yeah, your point is well taken, Tyvis, because you don't know when that's going to happen again. You're right. I know the Buckeyes are going to win a championship again. I'll take that. Super Bowl winning coach says he wants to get back into the game. We'll talk about it next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Well, looking a little bit busier on the roads right now, and it could be concerning, especially for folks over in Delaware County. You're noticing about 4 miles of visibility because of some foggy conditions in your neck of the woods. So looking at your drive times, thankfully, that is still looking fine. 23 northbound will take you about 45 miles per hour for your drive time. 71 southbound and northbound, even better. Looking at both directions, 71 miles per hour. Thankfully, the fog is not affecting anyone so far, but it could. So I want to make sure you take extra caution on the roads this morning. I'm 10 TV's Brina Albizu with your fan traffic.
Hey friends, Beamer here, and dropping just 25 pounds with Awaken 180 can actually give you 10 extra degrees of golf swing rotation. That's about a half a club longer, 6 to 10 extra yards on every swing. But from experience, lose 75 pounds like I did, and now we're talking next level distance, consistency, and even mood, especially on the back nine. And actually, every pound you drop takes 4 pounds of pressure off your knees. So I lost 300 pounds of pressure off of mine. Take strokes off your game by taking pounds off your frame. Online at awaken180weightloss.com.
Skyline is introducing a new chicken chili. Come get that world-famous Skyline flavor you love with a new protein option. Try the new Skyline chicken chili on Waze, Coney's, and all your Skyline favorites. At Columbus Skyline locations only while supplies last.
Parents, let me ask you something.
Yeah.
Go for it.
We're listening.
Yeah. Are your teens good with money?
She's a good kid.
She's the
but
best,
yeah.
but I get it. Switch to Huntington Bank, and your teen debit card can really help.
Oh?
You can set spending limits, and your kid can track budgets, so they learn that money doesn't, in fact, grow on trees.
I think we need this.
Sounds good, yeah. We feel you, parents. Let's get more from teen banking. Let's get more from money. Switch to Huntington Bank. Welcome. Eligibility requirements apply. Some features may require enrollment.
Reds fans' Grammy Award-winning band Train is coming to Great American Ballpark on August 13th as part of the Ohio Lottery post-game concert series. Cheer on your Reds as they close out the series against the Phillies and stick around after the game for a live set from Train. Plus, you can upgrade your access to a pit field pass for an up-close view of Train. For tickets and more information, visit reds.com/concerts.
Lanny went to college and racked up huge debt.
A little bit over $100,000.
For a degree he couldn't use? Now what?
I had a friend that went to My Computer Career.
They even helped him get hired immediately after graduation.
One of the things I love about IT is that you can work from anywhere you want.
You could become an IT pro in just months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI with zero experience at mycomputercareer.edu. My Computer Career, an elite CompTIA certification partner.
It worked for me, and I know it can work for you.
This is one student's experience. Individual results vary.
Hey, Drew and Jonathan Scott here. Build a customized renter's policy with American Family Insurance so you can protect your tandem bike on the go. Thief! Oh, he is struggling with that two-seater. Life's better when you're under American Family's roof. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Some exclusions may apply. Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI and its operating companies. 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Come into your local AAA Tire and Auto Service and save $40 on any repair of $150 or more. Only at AAA Tire and Auto Service. And on the plus side, AAA members save more. Offer valid August 1st through August 30th. See store for details.
When it comes to protecting your business, whether it's your staff, property, or assets, don't make a crucial mistake by contracting companies that provide subpar and unprofessional service. What you need is a security partner known for their unwavering professionalism and unnatural liability. You need Event Risk. Event Risk is a U.S.-based, veteran-owned company that not only specializes in on-site guarding, but also offers armed security associates and executive protection agents. Event Risk, elite protection for your peace of mind.
Hello, my name is Eric Rose, CEO and founder of Event Risk Security Services. We are a U.S.-based, veteran-owned company providing protection services and consulting to Fortune 500 corporations, movie studios, celebrities, and high-net-worth individuals. If you're tired of fluff margins with low compensation for poor-quality security officers and an endless revolving door of vendor staffing, then give us a try. For virtually the same cost, we can then address what keeps you up at night.
Visit EventRiskInc.com.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
John, what are you doing? Get in my car. Why are you walking to work?
Thanks, man. It's these insanely high gas prices. They are draining my bank account. I can't afford to drive anymore.
Dude, don't walk. Just do what I do, because I never pay full price for gas anymore. I use the free Upside app that pays you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait, you're telling me you get paid cash when you buy gas with the Upside app?
Yes, I get real cash back every time I buy gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
I'll make around $200.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the free Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code $1 for an extra 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's promo code $1. You can cash out anytime right to your bank account, to PayPal, or an e-gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code $1 for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code $1.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan. Sports.
Good morning. I'm Buddy Wells. On the same day that Emmanuel Clase was placed on non-disciplinary leave by Major League Baseball, the Guardians let a 5-3 lead slip away in the ninth inning as the Rockies rallied to beat the Guardians 8-6 last night at Progressive Field. Cleveland has dropped 4 of their last 5 games. They host Colorado again this evening at 6:40. Meanwhile, in the Queen City, the Reds saw their 4-game winning streak come to an end last night as the Dodgers beat them 5-2. Despite the loss, rookie Chase Burns continues to display his potential as he struck out 10 and allowed 3 runs in 5+ innings of work. The Redlegs will host LA again tonight at 7:10. And in soccer, the Columbus Crew host Toluca tonight at Lower.com Field in the group stage of the League's Cup. Kickoff at the LDC is at 7 o'clock. This update is sponsored by Roosters. Roosters is giving away 12 ultimate Buckeye experiences. We're talking tickets, sideline passes, trips to a Buckeye first-round postseason game, and more. You can register today at roosterswings.com.
Both of these men played sports in high school. Only one of them was good at it. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Saw the story about Luka Doncic losing weight. We were talking about a little earlier. He's on the cover of Men's Health. He's motivated to prove the haters wrong, the doubters wrong.
If Luka is in good shape, the league is in trouble. That's all I'm gonna say.
I saw that. I did see that they had to bring back some of the story because they had to take part of the story out of that, because in the initial article they posted, they said Luka had a 42-inch vertical when he went to the combine. And then from there, he's descended to what you see now. And then multiple people had to come out and say, Luka Doncic didn't go to the combine. So he didn't have a 42-inch vertical there. And it's not anywhere been reported that he had a 42-inch vertical. What it appeared was the author of that article looked at a AI summary of Luka Doncic's, some of his draft measurables and stuff, and took that at face value and didn't research it. So they had to take that AI crap out of there. But yeah, I saw that story.
Well, he's the face of the Lakers, so once they get LeBron out of there.
Oh, he's out. Don't worry, they're gonna find a way. Now or at the end of the season, he'll be gone.
At the end of the season, probably. I don't think they're gonna get rid of him. Well, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
He got the no trade clause, correct?
Yeah.
So that means he ain't gonna just go to Charlotte or something like that.
No. He's gonna go somewhere. Again, we've talked about the difficulties of dealing LeBron because of the
money,
all the cap issues that it creates. But we'll find out what happens there. On the same token, though, I saw Luka Doncic losing weight. Another guy who's got to get in shape losing weight. Former Florida Gators defensive tackle Desmond Watson.
Oh, I saw that.
He has been drafted by the Bucks. 6'5", listed 6'5", 449 pounds, the heaviest player in NFL history. And of course, I think everyone kind of understood that he's going to have to lose some weight to get on the NFL field because he might. I think they're calling him the answer to the tush push. Right? Is put a guy like that in the middle of the line and see if you can move him or not. However, I saw a video and I didn't understand one aspect of it. So they have made him, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have said, we're not going to let you practice until you lose some weight. So they're having him, he's walking, doing all kinds of stuff while the rest of the team is actively practicing. He's just doing more or less aerobic activity, try to help shed some pounds. I'm sure they got him on a diet, stuff like that. they had him wearing a weighted vest. And I just thought, like, I as a fat person who has gone walking, like, I'm telling you, he doesn't need the weighted vest. I'm saying as a fat man, it always cracks me up when people are like, oh, you should get a weighted vest to lose weight. It's like, I carry my weighted vest every day. I got it with me. I got 300 pounds. I'm good. Like, he doesn't need a weighted vest, folks. Why are we doing that to this poor man?
I'm trying to figure out wouldn't practicing allow him to lose weight more?
See, that's what I would think.
If it's especially in Tampa, like,
it does feel a little bit.
I remember the Hard Knocks, when Jameis and Gerald McCoy was there, and they always talked about, like, how hot it was.
Yeah.
So, like, I would imagine, like, me, if I went to go work out and do a practice in Tampa, that 25 pounds I lose it in like a week.
Well, that's what I don't understand the logic either. Especially, it almost feels a little punitive because he had him out there walking around, and of course the cameras are capturing all this. And far be it for me to feel bad for someone who's making millions of dollars to go play in the NFL, right? Mm-hmm. But the other part of this is they drafted him. Like, it wasn't like he was assigned to them and they're like, well, or he was drafted at a weight and then he showed up 100 pounds heavier than what they drafted him at. Like, they drafted him knowing how much he weighed. Everything was measured there. Also, don't forget, he has a higher vertical than Janai Broom, who's playing in the NBA. Like, this man is a good athlete, despite when you look at his physical body and you think, oh, he's fat. Like, yeah, but he's strong, too. And he can do a lot of things that I'm quite sure a lot of guys out on that field can.
I watched the video of Janai Broom do the vertical, and I thought it was fake. Like,
it was like 20, was it like 28 inches or something vertical?
He barely could get tissue under his shoe. It was ridiculous. It was unbelievable. I was like, he got to be trolling us.
Yeah. I'm not sure what his vertical was, but Desmond Watson has they said measured at the combines, Desmond Watson had a bigger vertical than him. Let him live. I saw that John Gruden was at Lions camp, and he gave some interviews where he talked about how he is hoping for a chance to get back into coaching. He said, quote, hopefully I'm not done. I'm about to make a comeback. I'm working hard to maybe get one more shot, but hopefully some of these guys that fell off my branch, if you say it that way, maybe they can hire me because I'm looking for a job. He's talking about his coaching tree.
Well, didn't he have some emails or something? Was it an email?
He had a lot of emails.
He had something where he was talking about DeMaurice Smith.
He used
somebody's lips.
Very racist language towards DeMaurice Smith.
Correct.
And that was one of those things where he sued the league because his defense was not, I mean, he did all the stuff where he said, this doesn't represent me. He said, this isn't who I am as a person, which I always say, it's like, yeah, it's the emails you sent when you thought no one would ever see them that do show who you are as a person, but that's just me. Anyway, so he then sued the NFL because that was part of another, I forget what the other thing was, the other scandal that this was a part of, but the emails got leaked for some other reason. That wasn't the main thrust of the situation.
It was COVID violations, and he was bouncing off about that.
That's what it was, right.
So let me get this right. Wait, pause.
Yeah. Pause.
So John Gruden got essentially fired for racist emails, then went on to sue the NFL.
Because they let him get out there, and it should have been confidential information.
And thinks that they're going to hire him back into the NFL? Are you insane?
Yes, I think that's what he's saying.
Yeah, he can forget. He could cancel Christmas on that one. He better go to the NCAA like Bill Belichick.
He said that it was contract interference and a conspiracy to keep him out of the NFL. That a judge denied that. He then asked for a reconsideration. That also was denied. The latest on that, it looks like from about a year ago, was the last time he tried to get something fixed there. But that's all done. Like he lost that case.
This is a serious question. Am I the only one that thinks John Gruden is insanely overrated? I was looking at it. I've always kind of thought this. Yes, he has the one Super Bowl. He's a career 500 head coach. He was awful in Oakland. He has
talking about this last go around.
Yeah, his last go around.
I agree.
He was only 500 in Tampa Bay where he won the Super Bowl, so it balances out with the losses after that year. Out of 12 seasons, he only has 6 with the winning record.
Yeah.
Are we overrating John Gruden?
I
think everybody just loved the nostalgia. Nostalgia is a heck of a drug. It's the Chucky dolls and all how it's all that. Like they loved all of that. He was a fiery guy, and when you listen to him call the games when he was doing commentary, like it was like, oh, this guy's really smart.
He was the quarterback guru who at one point had 5 quarterbacks under contract in Tampa Bay.
Right. Yeah. No, I think his media team has been super savvy with trying to find ways to keep him relevant. Like the thing he does now with Barstool, where they got the rights to that quarterback camp after ESPN dumped him. And so he still does that. And those videos are compelling because it's interesting to hear guys that you've watched play college football recently, like Will Howard did the quarterback camp. And it was like, that's fun. I enjoyed it. However, he does that. He does the unboxing videos where now like Georgia football will send him a box of random crap.
Ohio
And
State sent them something.
Everybody does. And he'll unbox and be like, Georgia football. Yeah. And he just does that for like 10 minutes as he pulls out. Look at this golf shirt. My God. Georgia football. Yeah. A.J. McCarron.
Yeah.
Wait, did he play?
No, he played
at Bama. Who am I thinking of the Georgia quarterback?
A.J. Green?
A.J. Green did, but that's not who I was thinking of. I was thinking of quarterback.
Matt Stafford?
Yeah, maybe Matt Stafford. I don't know. Anyway, he'll just say random. See, that's why he's good at it. He can actually remember names, unlike me. But I think his media team has done a job of like keeping him to be the personality of John Gruden that a lot of people like. To your point, Nate, not the football coach who, other than that Super Bowl, which can't take away from him, but his record at all the other stops after Tampa, I mean, it's been 20 years since that happened, right? I mean, we're talking a long time ago that he won that. So it's a very good point that I think he's more of a media personality than an actually great NFL head coach. So he might have been saying this tongue in cheek too, but if he is actually serious about getting back to the NFL, I don't think there's any chance of that happening anytime soon. The situation with Christian Wilkins and the Raiders gets even messier. We'll talk about it next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good Tuesday morning. Well, we are so closely monitoring a crash happening downtown. This is that 670 westbound direction, right out that 23 northbound 4th Street ramp. The ramp is blocked right now because of this crash, and backups, boy, they are not looking good. 23 miles per hour in certain sections here, and that's because one car looks to have been involved, but it hit that ramp sign going onto that ramp. Again, 23, that northbound direction at 4th Street. Looking pretty slow this morning. If you are heading into this area and do take that ramp, a good detour for you is just taking that 3rd Street exit instead. Want to make sure everyone is taking extra caution on the roads this morning. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Jerry, I've made a decision.
Aaron, are you giving away free services again?
Well, yeah. How did you know?
I haven't been able to quit thinking about your AC piggy bank.
Get Eco.
ECO. We work to extend the life of their old air conditioner and then give back all the money we were paid to do it.
Up to $1,500.
When they need to buy a new system.
Jerry, I'm getting ready to do something like that again.
Get Eco.
ECO. When we replace a water heater, I'm instructing all the Eco plumbers to give our customers up to $500 in free repairs before they leave the house.
$500 in free services that same day?
There's lots and lots and lots of things our plumbers can do for $500 or less.
And Eco is going to do these things for free when people buy a water heater?
Yeah, whatever they want for free.
That same day?
Same day.
Get Eco.
ECO. Give it away, plumbers, genius electricians, and gonna make you cool again, HVAC technicians.
Go to geteco.com.
Got one of those days that never stops? Try a stop at Speedway and refresh the vibe with 69-cent large big gulp drinks. Get 69-cent large big gulp drinks at Speedway with Speedy Rewards. The convenience stores of Speedway. Valid through 8/26/25. See app for full terms.
When was the last time you hopped out of bed without that knee or back screaming at you? Or walked down a flight of stairs without having to take your time? You thought to yourself, I'll just tough it out. But nothing changes. Hi, it's Tyvis Powell. It's time to call and schedule that free consultation with Dr. Walkoff and his team at QC Kinetics here in Columbus. I'm glad I did. Myself and others have turned around their lives with QC Kinetics regenerative treatments that work with your body to help restore and repair damaged joint tissue. Natural cellular therapies No scalpels, no peels, just long-term relief with no dreaded recovery. Check it out at qckinetics.com/Columbus. Bring your x-rays and MRIs to QC Kinetics for a free, no-pressure chat and thorough evaluation to see if you're a good candidate. Find out if you're a good candidate. The consultation is free. Just call QC Kinetics at 380-208-4544. 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544.
At Kroger, you never compromise. You get high quality and low prices. Like you never compromise your meal with our spring salad mix that's guaranteed fresh. And you never compromise your budget with lower prices on over 1,000 items. Hand it to Kroger shoppers. You never compromise. Kroger. Fresh for everyone.
Right now, Private Selection 80% lean Angus ground beef chuck in 1-pound packages is $5.49 each with your digital coupon. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Newman Roofing is proud to sponsor the Fan and 10 TV's Beat the Heat fan drive. Help Ohio's most vulnerable residents deal with the extreme heat this summer. Purchase new box fans and take them to the nearest Franklin County fire station or buy online. For more information, go to lifecarealliance.org.
Austin and Berm are back with a new daily podcast, the ultimate OSU football insiders. You know it's refreshing to have some smart people working here from time to time.
The Beat with Austin and Berm on the 10 TV Plus app.
Subscribe today.
This radio commercial was made to convince you to stop speeding. We can't use law enforcement siren sound effects on the radio, so we'll use other equally jarring sound effects to get your attention, like telling you if you get a speeding ticket, it doesn't end there. You have to pay expensive fines. You can't go to your friend's wedding because that also costs money. And your insurance rates could increase. See, we didn't have to use law enforcement sirens after all. Getting a speeding ticket has consequences. Sooner or later, speeding catches up with you. Brought to you by NHTSA.
Summer is in full swing. If you think you're hot, well, so are your trees. You can help your trees by watering them, especially if they're newly planted. During the hot, dry summer months, your trees could use a water boost. Watering new trees a few times a week will help them survive while they're developing their root system, so don't forget about them. To find out more about watering trees or to find a certified arborist near you, go to treesforohio.org. That's trees, the number 4, ohio.org.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
We'll see patchy fog to start and humid and warm with wake-up temperatures in the 70s. And enjoy it this afternoon. Our highs getting into the low 90s with a heat advisory in place for our feels like getting into the triple digits. For tonight, partly cloudy overnight. Lows will be down into the 70s. Another hot day ahead on Wednesday with feels like, again, approaching 100 degrees. I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo for The Fan with your 10 Weather Impact Forecast.
T-Bone and Tyvis is sponsored by Prime Sports. Download the Prime Sports Ohio app today or visit online at primesportsbook.com.
One of these guys still believes he can play in the NFL. It's T-Bone. He says it's because of his low center of gravity. He's dumb. This is Bone and Tyvis.
Hey, are you a guy who likes, or a gal who likes to place a sports wager? And are you not a current Major League Baseball pitcher or player? Good news. Then you can go gamble on sports here in the state of Ohio. And the place I recommend you do that is Prime Sportsbook Ohio. They have a welcome deposit match offer up to $400. So you can bet $20, $40, $100. Put that initial deposit into your account. They will match it. Prime Sportsbook, they'll match it with $400 of matched bonus bets that'll get you that welcome deposit match offer. That's why it's called that. Once you have those in there, they're good for up to a year. So you could place a wager today on something and then still have the bonus bets later on if you want to wait for football season or something else. Or you could, use them right now. It's up to you. Bonus bets are there for you up for a full year, better than most other sites that do that. So check them out today, primesportsbook.com, or go get the Prime Sports Ohio app on your favorite app store. Additional terms and conditions apply. Must be 21 and older and present in Ohio. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. Play responsibly. I say that for our friends in Cleveland. Play responsibly. Meaning if you're a baseball player, don't do this because you're not allowed to. But everybody else, you're allowed to. So go ahead. Christian Wilkins, the story about him getting released. You brought this to my attention when it first happened, that you thought it was odd that a guy who was as talented as him was getting let go with, $35 million of guaranteed money?
Yes.
Huge contract, and they just cut him loose. The Raiders did this. Defensive lineman, talented player, came out of Clemson, played for the Dolphins for a while. We looked up his stats last year. He got hurt 6 games in, but he was productive for the five and a half games he played. So they voided the $35.2 million of guaranteed money on his contract. Well, he filed a grievance against the league. Now more information comes out. Did you see Adam Schefter talking about this yesterday?
I did. It was on the McAfee show, right?
Yeah. Schefter more or less said everyone's dancing around what this is because they said there were some weird interactions or he was being odd. And Adam Schefter just laid it out. He said he was kissing a teammate on the head.
Forehead.
Attempting to.
Yeah, on the top of the head or something.
And apparently the teammate had an issue with that.
Yeah, see, I would understand.
Sure. I mean, I think it's like you're at work. You don't want to necessarily, you shouldn't have to fend off any type of, whether it's in joking or not, you shouldn't have to fend off any type of affection, right? It doesn't matter who it's coming from. It's that if you don't want to have someone physically touching you, like giving you a hug, rubbing your shoulders, anything like that, you don't have to deal with that. You can say, please stop, and the person should go, all right, boundary. You shouldn't even have to say that. Just people shouldn't be coming up to you and trying to do that stuff. But if they do, you should be able to say, please don't do that. And they should go, I won't. I'm done. Like, you're right. I will do that. I respect your boundary.
But if it's like trying to kiss me on the forehead, it's like, come on now. Like, what are we doing? Like,
well, but again,
what are you doing? That's what I was like. What are you doing?
Well, and I don't know what his answer would be to that. Obviously, this is just what's being reported. But you were saying that, like, you've had guys in the locker room who'd like to goof around like this.
Oh, yeah. It happens. It's every team. Every team has somebody that goofs around like that. And you say, you got to lay the law down. You got to say, listen, it's funny, all that. I don't play around like that, though.
That's not for you.
Yeah, I don't play around. And they would be like, okay, cool. And then that's the end of it. Like, they still go do what they do. But, like, that not me, though. Like, I'm not joining you in these activities and those things. And that was the end of it.
That's like when we first started working together and I came in and you were already like oiled up and like, T-Bone, take your shirt off. Let's do our massage. And I said, I'm not.
Who you think I am?
Today.
Sean Combs?
Not right now. I'm just saying maybe later.
Do I look like Diddy to you?
No, but again, all I'm saying is, like, here's the thing. In your personal life, I don't know Christian Wilkins. I don't know. He's just goofing around probably, right? But if he's okay with joking around like that and someone else isn't, then that's not cool.
Yeah.
Just the same thing as some people are huggers, right? Some people love to give a hug. Some families, like the grown parents and the grown kids kiss on the mouth. And I go, that's weird to me. My family doesn't do that. But if your family does, I let you live. However, if you come up to me, a stranger, and try to grab me by the face and kiss me, and I don't know who you are, I'm going to say, hang on a second, what is this about? I don't really want that interaction, and you should respect that. That's all. It's about consent. It's about boundaries. And if you go look at Christian Wilkins, like when he played for Clemson, some videos have been circulating.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
When he played against Ohio State,
he cuffed it.
He
cuffed it.
I don't even understand.
And then Josh Allen, I think he cuffed it.
He reached undercarriage was grabbed. Yes. Is what we're saying, and like it was. That's not consent. That's not okay. Like, you don't do that. I don't care if you're playing football. I don't care if you're working in an office. None of that is cool. You don't do that. So in this case, it feels like maybe some of his reputation in that regard precedes him. If a player was like, hey man, I don't want any of your like goofing around, whatever you think is funny, I don't want any part of that. Now, everybody reporting on this does say that's not the main reason he was let go. The main reason they say he was let go was because of the foot injury that he had, the rehab he was trying to do. Okay, I can buy that. They said he wasn't doing the rehab the way he was supposed to.
Listen, that's what they better say, because if they let him go for the other reason, then now you got a lawsuit on your hands. So, therefore, yeah, you have to say it's because of that reason. But it could deep down be because of the locker room incident and people on the team were just not comfortable with him anymore. Yeah. But that opens up another can of worms in another department. So, I feel like the Raiders are trying to spin it on this injury thing.
They said the complaint was filed to the Raiders Human Resources Department. So, like, as it should be. Like, again, if you're someone who's like I like to give a hug, I like to do, and then you walk around your office hugging people, you're going to get a call from HR because not everybody is a hugger and not everybody wants that kind of connection is all I'm saying at work.
I don't even,
I'm just saying that's not a thing.
I played on the defensive side of the ball, and on the defensive side of the ball, what you didn't like is people that had their hands on you. It's always get your hands off me.
Sure.
So for me, naturally, that's how I am. Like,
See,
even my wife don't be like, she be trying to massage me and be like, yeah, I'm cool. Don't touch me. Like, I want to go, don't touch me.
See, if I'm at home and my wife comes up and like rubs my shoulder or something, that's great. I'm all about that. And then of course, anything beyond that, I'm also totally fine with. Love that. However, when we're out in public, I'm not a fan of like, you see the couples where like, one person will be hanging on the other person's arm and like putting their head on the shoulder.
Hands in each other's back pockets.
No, I'm not a public display of affection guy. That's not for me.
You don't show affection in public.
No.
What are you scared?
No, it's not scared. It's just I don't like touching out in public. That's just not. I think that's weird for me. If it's for you, I'll let you live.
So you and the wife go to dinner. Y'all have an amazing night. Y'all don't give each other a little smooch.
Oh no, that's okay. That's a little quick thing. But like to people who like sit on a park bench and make out, like who are you? Why do you do that?
I don't know about that.
Well, you go to like a movie theater and you see like the kids who would be like making out in the movie theater. It's like, what are you doing?
I guess I agree with you on that part.
No. What's the most like?
I thought you was talking like hug and stuff like that. Like,
well, I don't mind a hug, but if we're gonna like for an hour as we're walking around Easton, if it's just like you're clinging to my arm, you're leaning your head on my shoulder, like after 5 minutes, I'm like, okay, what? Are you all right? Do we need something? I'm just not a big physical contact person, especially out in public. It's not for me. Hell, as it is, I'm trying to avoid all physical contact anyway. I'm a big guy. I bump into people enough as it is. I'm not trying to do that. What about you? You're going to sit there on a park bench and make out?
Probably not.
Right.
The thing is, I don't go outside. I'm not a person.
That's right. I forgot.
I'm a homebody type
Even
of guy.
with actual football stadiums, you don't want them to be outside. You want them to be indoors.
Yeah,
Tyvis Powell endorsing the indoors.
That's true.
Why am I not shocked?
So it's hard for me because I was like, I don't really be out in public like that.
Yeah. Well, if you do, you get swarmed. I saw that. We went out to breakfast the other day.
I did not get swarmed.
Well, I could barely even eat any food without the line of people out the door that were just there to get autographs and signatures. Couple of hugs.
But I get recognized maybe once, maybe twice.
No, I think I was keeping track. You got one that was a purely, hey, Tyvis, I like you. And then we got one that was like, hey, we like all of the show. All of you are good. And then after you left, we got someone who came up and was like, love the show. And it was directed at me.
See?
So I think you had one, I had one, and then we had a mutual. So I think that was good.
You keep count.
Producer Dylan had 5. He had people who came up and were like, yeah, Woody, the wake-up call. Woohoo! And I'm just like, wow, man, Dylan has his fans. All right, we get back. Jack Sawyer said what a lot of Buckeye fans are thinking, but he said it out loud yesterday. We'll talk about it next. T-Bone and Tyvis on The Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Well, we are noticing some foggy conditions for folks over on our northwest and north side. Marysville, good morning to you if you're stepping out the door. Thankfully, 33 eastbound and westbound's pretty up to par with your drive times, but the same situation for folks over in Delaware County. Lots of fog in your area, patches too. 71 southbound, thankfully looking pretty good. 36 to 37 at 270, but only taking about 10 minutes. A little bit slower though. US 23 south between 36 to 270, clocking you at 17 minutes this morning. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, HIMS.com/JOY.
And we're back talking all things connectivity with Spectrum customers Kev and Melissa. So tell us, how long have you been with Spectrum and how important is a reliable internet connection?
We've been Spectrum customers since we moved 12 years ago. The first thing we did is sign up for Spectrum Internet.
You get a lease, you get Wi-Fi.
Yes,
immediately.
We need that. We had Spectrum Wi-Fi before our couch got here.
That's true. That's a true story.
I'll sleep on the floor, but I won't go to bed with no internet.
You heard it here. Switch to Spectrum now.
T-Bone and Tyvis is presented by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Sign up today at awaken180weightloss.com.
In terms of the Waffle House menu, Tyvis covered and smothered his opponents. Meanwhile, T-Bone is a chunk of hash who's often covered in gravy. I'm not sure what that means either. This is T-Bone and Tyvis.
You know, I give you a lot of crap on this show, Tyvis, pal. I tease you because of your belief in yourself, which I actually respect secretly, but I'm not emotionally stable enough to admit that, so I make fun of you. However, I also have to acknowledge one other thing that you do very well on this show. Many things you do well in life, but one thing you do extremely well is you know what's up when it comes to, like, you call it accurately.
Oh, thank you. I try.
Yeah, because we have brought up the Michigan sign stealing thing plenty of times, right? And every time I will say they're cheaters, they suck, team up north. It's all either national championships, BS, all that's BS. And what do you always say when I bring that up?
I would say that the national championship that they won is credible because they were under investigation. So I would actually give them that. Now, anything prior to that, I would say, okay, that's an issue.
Okay. And so Jack Sawyer yesterday, he was on the Not Just Football podcast, Cam Hayward's podcast.
Oh, look at that. Buckeye.
A great Buckeye who I can't stand because he plays for the Steelers. However, great dude. Just, I'm sad that his great career happened in Pittsburgh and not for a team I actually enjoy.
Well.
However, that all said, he has a podcast with co-host Hayden Walsh. And Hayden Walsh was asking Jack Sawyer about that Michigan cheating scandal. He said, how much did the sign stealing did you think really play into, and then he trailed off. And Jack Sawyer interrupted him and said, I'll say this. I think they beat us straight up last year, obviously. We all know that. And the year before, but my sophomore year, we left the field and we were like, this feels weird. We lost by double digits, and it felt like we beat the bleep out of them all game. And that's the one that I feel like every Buckeye fan, regardless of how you feel about the national championship year.
That's CJ Stroud's last year he talking, right?
That's the game where you can go look on the sidelines and there's, Connor Stallions is standing next to, both coordinators. He's right there. And especially on defense, he's calling things out. And Jack Sawyer brought up that play that we have heard other players bring up as well, where they had an offensive set where they had never thrown a screen pass to the tight end or whatever it was out of that set. Nothing was on film with that. But because of the signals they called, Michigan knew that's going to be a screen pass, and they snuffed it out. And he said in this interview, and other Buckeyes have said this, like, that's the play where we were like, something's weird. How did they guess that right? And the answer is they didn't guess. They knew. They knew what was coming because they knew enough of the calls to figure out this is going to be a screen pass. Regardless of what formation you're in, once you make the call for what it is, they knew, oh, it's going to be a screen pass, and nobody bit on anything other than that screen pass, and they snuffed it out.
Yeah, I mean, that's, like I say, that whole thing is, and the funniest part about it all is I still don't think nothing's going to happen to him over this. I mean, it's just, I feel bad for like guys like CJ Stroud, Garrett Wilson, all those guys who were on that team who, when you looked at it, it was like, it's only been the only year that Ohio State came in and it was maybe some controversy of who was the better team was 2023, 2 years ago. Not last year, the year before that, the Kyle McCord year. That was the only year where I was like, it could go either way because both teams I thought was really good. Outside of that, Ohio State has been the better team every time to me. Yeah. And the fact that they lost in the fashions that they lost, it was kind of like makes no sense. Like, really? Like,
yeah.
Like the one where they lost the home game before the one I think he's talking about. The one, yeah. Like, to me, when I watched that game, first of all, their defense was playing really good that day, and obviously it was because of him. But it was also some things on our defensive side that we were blowing coverages. You know, we had a guy running open in the post. We missed a tackle on Donovan Edwards, and he was able to take one for a long run towards the end of the game. So it was also things in that game that I point to and was like, this also is our fault as well. But there is no denying the fact that if they know what you're doing on defense, like literally know the play, like it's kind of hard to beat that.
Yeah. And that was I'm trying to think. Was that the year? That was the year prior to Jim Knowles coming in.
No, that was his first.
Oh, that was his first year.
Might have been his first year.
That's right. Because at the end of that game, I think that was when everybody said, "Well, it takes like 2 years to really get his defense down."
And
it's like,
because it was that was the year where he was comfortable with. He would give up an explosive. It was always some explosive play every game he would give up. But he was like, I'm not worried about that because we are an aggressive defense.
Yeah.
And it was at that year when we was like, I don't think that's going to work. Then the next year, they gave up no explosive plays. The Kyle McCoy year, gave up no explosive plays at all the entire year, but yet they still lost that game.
Oh.
And I was like, well, they need to find a happy medium, and I think that's what you got this year.
Can I just tell you how gross it is for me that we are sitting here going, which Michigan loss in particular are we discussing? Because that's something that was a foreign concept when you played.
Yeah.
It's something that's been a foreign concept for the better part of 25 years around here, ever since Jim Tressel got on campus. And I don't like this. This is, for those of you who wondered, what was it like to be a Buckeye fan in the 90s? Minus the redemptive factor of the playoffs. But I'm telling you right now, and I don't think I'm making anything up. I think I'm telling the truth here. John Cooper would have at least one, if not two, national championships at Ohio State if they had a playoff system. Because he had one team, or the Rose Bowl team for sure, I think could have beat anybody. They just, for whatever reason, had their issues with Michigan.
I think when I look at these past few years, it was one thing that I never thought I would see, or I thought it'd be a long time before I saw it. I never thought that I would see Ohio State where we are. It would be a group of kids that come in and go their entire college career and not beat the team up north. I never thought that would be a thing. Like I figured, for all great rivalries, it swings back and forth. But like to see y'all 0 for 4 like that I couldn't imagine. Like that's incredible to me. Like they went. It's a group of guys that's never got a pair of gold pants.
I'm telling you right now, the '96 Ohio State team would have I believe would have absolutely won a national championship. I think the '98 team would have had a really good shot at it too. That was the team, the '98 team, that lost to some guy named Nick Saban when he was coaching at Michigan State. And then little did we know how much we'd hear about Nick Saban over the rest of the next 25, 30, whatever, 25 years, whatever it was. But that 96 team, that was the team where they played Rice to start the season 70-7. They played Pitt the next week, and that's the Mark May game. For people who knew that you remember when Mark May used to go on and constantly rip the Buckeyes?
What happened to Mark May?
I don't know what he's doing now, but no one wants to listen to him.
Ohio State,
that's the game. That 96 game where the score to that game against Pitt was 72-0. Like that.
Oh, that's what happened. So
yes.
Ohio State scores.
They had a punt return for a touchdown with only 8 players on the field.
Dude, it was
Ohio State scored a punt return with 8 players on the field.
That 96 team.
That's egregious.
They played they had a top 5 matchup with Notre Dame that year where they won at Notre Dame 29-16. That was like probably their closest game. And then they played Penn State. It was a 3-4 matchup. Ohio State was 3, Penn State was 4. They beat them 38-7. They smoked Purdue. They smoked Wisconsin. Iowa was a top 20 team. They beat them by 12. They blanked Minnesota 45-0. At Illinois, 48-0. I mean, the only hiccup they really had was they were close at Indiana because it was the trap game before the Michigan game.
27-17.
And then they lost to Michigan 13-9. I mean, I'm telling you that, like, you go look at that roster, though, that was on that. Oh, my God. They had some dudes. That was, and that was when they were having stupid quarterback competition the whole year, too. They didn't even have that was Joe Germain and Stan Jackson going back and forth. They couldn't totally figure that out. They had both of them platooning, and yet they were, like, just an unstoppable team. Joe Montgomery, Michael Wiley, those dudes, David Boston. I mean, Orlando Pace, obviously, you know about. Vrabel was on that team. Fickle was on that team. I mean, that was just a bunch of dudes.
Orlando Pace.
I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that was the year after Eddie was done. I think it was the next year after that.
Andy, the Big Cat.
Big Cat was, oh, God.
Sean Springs.
Damon Moore.
Ahmed Plummer.
You had some
Winfield.
dudes on that team. I'm telling you. I am telling you. I am loaded. They are one slip in the secondary from that team being a national champion. But let me tell you right now, if that 96 team could have said, hey, instead of going to the Rose Bowl, you get 4 games to redeem yourselves, like this team had, I don't care who they would have put in front of them, that team ain't losing again. No chance.
They had some names on there.
If that 96 team wins the national title, do we talk about them like the 01 Miami team?
Probably. Yeah, they probably, you know what? Actually, you're exactly right, Nate. They probably get talked about like that 01 team. And I'll be completely fair. I think that 02 national championship, if there was a playoff, that might be one that doesn't happen. Just because, like, not because that team was bad. They went undefeated. They beat everybody they played. But they had so many games where it was by the string of just, oh, man, they just need this one thing to break. That's Holy Buckeye, right?
They're Florida State in 2014.
Yeah, right. Like, I'm telling you, I feel like maybe it would have evened out with that 96 team and the 02 team. Maybe with playoffs, it would have been reversed. But that 96 team for sure would have won a national championship. You can never talk me off of that one. I will go to my grave with that. What is the definition of FU money? Tyvis Pound knows, but the rest of us are still trying to figure it out. I have a little definition that I think works. If you have FU money, it means you can cuss out your boss. And somebody in pro sports did that the other day. We'll talk about it next. T-Bone and Tyvis on The Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good Tuesday morning. Well, we are closely monitoring a crash for folks all the way over on the west side. This is just north of London and west of West Jefferson. 42 just past Holiday Trail northeast, right along 70. Do expect some lane closures because of a crash out here. Other than that, looking pretty good for your Tuesday commute. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
This radio commercial was made to convince you to stop speeding. We can't use law enforcement siren sound effects on the radio, so we'll use other equally jarring sound effects to get your attention, like telling you if you get a speeding ticket, it doesn't end there. You have to pay expensive fines. You can't go to your friend's wedding because that also costs money. And your insurance rates could increase. See, we didn't have to use law enforcement sirens after all. Getting a speeding ticket has consequences. Sooner or later, speeding catches up with you. Brought to you by NHTSA.
At United Dairy Farmers, peach is our most popular ice cream. And once you taste it, you'll know why. Right now, get 2 48-ounce cartons of UDF peach ice cream for $10. It's only here for a short time. UDF peach ice cream, made for you.
Hey, Ohio, Prime Sports has arrived. The only book where you can lay 108 instead of 110 on all your favorite teams. Football, baseball, basketball, and hockey. Why would you risk more to win the same amount at another sports book? Download the Prime Sports Ohio app or visit our website, primesportsbook.com. Get a welcome bonus to match your initial deposit up to $400 in bonus bets. And be a member of the Prime Sports family.
Terms and conditions apply. Visit website for details. Must be 21 and present in Ohio. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hey guys, Anthony Rothman here. Are you constantly feeling tired? Really can't focus? You don't have the energy to get off the couch? That is not living. That's existing. It affects all aspects of your life, your relationships, your job. Now picture this. Get your life back with testosterone therapy by Low T Center. There's never been a better time to find out your T level. Just visit Low T Center to take the test. It's fast. Results are available in about 15 minutes. And right now, the test is still free, but time is running out. Get in now before you miss the chance. Most major insurance is accepted, so treatment costs are minimal. Low T Center gives you the power to take control of your health. With their custom dose TRT, you'll have the freedom to choose between white glove, in-center care, or medically monitored treatment with testosterone delivered to your home. Tell your friends to get started on TRT, and you'll receive a $250 credit when you and your referral become patients. Visit fixmylowt.com. That's fixmylowt.com.
The Dublin Irish Festival, August 1st through 3rd in Dublin, Ohio. Voted 2025 USA Today Best Cultural Festival in the nation. This year promises 3 incredible days of Irish music, dance, food, and fun. Get your tickets at DublinIrishFestival.org.
Road trip! This summer at Tire Discounters, your tires are your passport to savings, because you're driving to Paris,
Texas!
Then it's off to Rome,
Georgia!
And you'll be kissing the Blarney Stone in Dublin,
Ohio!
Right now, save up to $434 when you buy 4 tires, and that includes a free alignment and oil change. Stop at Tire Discounters before you see the world.
Rothman and Ice every Thursday at 2:30 for Gold Jacket Thursday.
Presented by the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
A new Hall of Famer joins the show every week, but not OJ because he's dead and probably a murderer. The Fan.
Progressive knows sports brings people together, but you gotta feel bad for people who don't even get it. Some people will never know what it's like to see their favorite team's hopes decided by a ping pong ball to draft the next superstar. Or not. I mean, sure, it's silly for your happiness to hinge on the success of a 20-year-old entry-level employee, but you just can't help yourself. The stress is exhilarating. Progressive can't bring people together like the draft, but we can bring your home and auto insurance together with a bundle. So switch and see if you could save hundreds. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers not available in all states or situations.
Whoa, it's you, the Capital One Bank guy.
That's what they call me.
Mind if I get a selfie?
Yeah, sure thing. Save no fees or minimums on your Capital One checking account.
Wow, that's a keeper. So, where are you heading?
I'm off to spread the good news that Capital One helps people keep more money in their wallet with no overdraft fees.
Oh, you're the best Capital One Bank guy.
Hey, mind if I get a selfie?
Sure.
Say, Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Capital One NA, member FDIC.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Right Way Heating and Cooling and Bryant, doing whatever it takes to keep you and your home comfortable. The Fan.
2 men, 1 appendix. This is T-Bone and Tyvis.
I still cannot get over that 96 Ohio State football roster, man. That is a team that was loaded, had no Eddie George on it, but still had everybody else. 2 quarterbacks. And yet they, other than a slip up against Michigan, and I mean that literally, I still think they could have gone all the way. Playoffs, baby. Playoffs would have changed everything.
With them names on that roster.
Oh, I'm telling you.
Yeah. I mean, they was blowing everybody out.
I remember specifically that Rice game because this was at a time where, I was a teenager. My dad and mom still kind of, I had to do what they were doing on the weekends. I wasn't old enough to really be at home by myself, according to them. So we were out because my dad was looking for he was looking for a new car. Mm-hmm. And we were going to different dealerships that day. I think we went to Hugh White Honda, which used to be downtown, if I'm not mistaken. Well, whatever Honda dealership was downtown. We stopped in there. But I remember getting into various cars that day of the Rice game in 96. And every time we got in, we flipped it on to WBNS 1460 at the time to listen to the Buckeye game. And it was like every time we got in the car, it was like, another touchdown. Michael White. It was like, damn, what's the score down? It's like, oh, it's 42-0. You're like, it's the second quarter. It was like every time we got in the car, it was like, oh, it's 14-0. It's 28-0. It's 35. And you're like, why are they just going to do this all day? And yeah, pretty much. They were destroying Rice. And then next weekend they did it against Pitt. And it was the same thing. And then off they went. One game. And you know which game it was. Screwed that up. All right. If you are in Tyvis, I said you have FU money, but I mean, there's still someone you have to at some point listen to. You have a boss here.
Yeah, his name is Fish.
Mm-hmm. Matt Fishman is our boss, our guy. We still might occasionally cuss him out, but it's all in fun.
I've never cussed Fish out.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Well, we have a good relationship. You might.
Oh,
you got enough pull around here.
I cuss him out every day. Oh, stop it. Stop it. I saw that Bryce Harper, he apparently Rob Manfred likes to go around to the different, clubhouses in Major League Baseball, and he'll show up and try to say, hey, everybody, nice to see you. Just wanted to chat. I'm the commissioner. Ask me any questions you have. So he was doing this. He goes around every year and it stops at, one Major League Baseball team every few weeks, I guess. So he was making the rounds with the Phillies, and that is where, the news has come out that he's probably going to be pushing, and the owners are going to be pushing for some kind of a salary cap situation for Major League Baseball. They obviously don't have one. As they were discussing, he said they had an hour-long conversation, but sources say that apparently Bryce Harper got nose-to-nose with Rob Manfred in the Phillies clubhouse and said, quote, get the F out of our clubhouse if Manfred wanted to talk about the potential implementation of a salary cap. So, yeah, that doesn't seem like that soft launch is going too well with the players.
They not about to agree. It's crazy that they're going to have a lockout. What is it, at the end of next year?
December 1st, 2026 is when it runs out.
It's literally going to be a lockout because the owners want the cap, and there's no player that's going to agree to that.
The fan poll today I actually saw on Twitter is the question is, should Major League Baseball have a salary cap or not? Now there's been like 100 votes in it so far.
It just depends on what market you in. If you're a Guardians fan, yeah, you'll say yeah. But if you're like a Mets fan or a Yankees fan, no, absolutely not.
As a Mets fan, anyway, the poll says 90% of you are yes, put a salary cap in. Because go figure, 90% of the people who live around here probably are, like you said, Reds or Guardians fans, which it would make sense. Here's what I would say though, as someone who is a fan of a major market team in the New York Mets, like I don't think it's healthy for baseball when you have teams that can go out and spend and do that. Doesn't mean they win. Just because you spend doesn't mean you win, but the chances of you winning without spending go down significantly. You know what I mean? It has to be a much more improbable story for you to be a team like the Reds or Guardians and make a big run like that. Look at what the Reds are dealing with right now. The Reds have a starting rotation because they have drafted well. They have developed these guys. They've got a starting rotation that can go toe-to-toe with anyone in Major League Baseball. If this trade deadline goes well for them, what is it, Thursday at 6, I think, is the trade deadline? If they make the right moves, you're talking about a team that if their pitching holds up, they get to the playoffs, no one will want to face them because they are as dangerous as any rotation in Major League Baseball. But that hasn't happened largely because the Reds went out and dealt for all these big-name guys. They drafted well, they developed well, and, of course, they hit on some of those picks, and now those guys are studs for them who are, staying relatively healthy. That's lucky. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if you're going to rely on that to go forward, I don't think that's a system for effectively getting the majority of teams to feel like they have a chance, right? Most teams are going to say, but we don't, like already Reds fans are saying, enjoy Ellie De La Cruz now because he's going to be wearing Dodger blue in a couple years. Yeah. And I mean, like, is that healthy for the overall growth of the game, Bryce Harper? That would be my question to him.
You bet. I just need to know how it's going to, for the people that's already making bank, if you put a salary cap, how does it work? I've already signed my contract for 10 years. Like,
I think it would be like when the NHL said you have to wear like a face guard, like a plastic shield. You have to wear that now. All the guys, their helmets have a plastic visor.
I'd wear the cage if I was in hockey.
Okay.
You can say what you want to say. I'm not losing my teeth.
Well, there you go. You could do that if you wanted to. What I know is that when they first said NHL players have to wear helmets, because there was a time where they didn't, a lot of players said, screw that, I don't wear a helmet. So the solution was, all right, you don't have to wear a helmet. Anyone who starts playing in the league this season and forward does have to wear a helmet. Same thing with the visor. Guys who wore the helmet but with no visor said, I don't like the visor. I don't want that in my face. All right, you don't have to wear it, but as long as you play, you can keep your old helmet. Everyone going forward has to wear the helmet with the visor.
So they're going to do that? You think they could do that?
That's the only way I can see that they would do it is to say, all right, yes, Bryce Harper, you have a $300 million contract, but the next Bryce Harper, that's not going to happen. Now, I don't think we'll ever get there because I don't think the players will ever cave on that. That is the strongest union in all of pro sports is the MLB.
Wasn't it a strike in '94 that canceled a World Series?
And who was having a great year that year?
The Indians.
The Indians at the time, Guardians, right? That franchise was having a monster year, and we never found out. Never will. So, yeah, I hope that isn't where we're at a year plus from now. I hope in December we don't have that, but I can tell you that there's a lot of people who feel like Bryce Harper It's no doubt in those players, in the players union. And I don't know how you convince players that, like, yeah, you should let us cap how much you can make when guys are making $500-600 million.
No way that they're going to agree to that. So I don't know what they're going to do.
I don't know either.
I don't know what they're going to do, but there will be no baseball being played, 2 years from now, I want to say?
Well, yeah, I would think the start of the 2027 season would definitely be in jeopardy. That seems likely. Also, if you are a Major League Baseball player who is concerned about your money, good news. Some of the Cleveland Guardians apparently have a solution. Just bet on the games, and maybe that'll work out for you. Talk about the latest on the MLB investigation of the Guardians next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Well, the road's definitely getting a lot busier for your Tuesday commute, especially for folks over on the east side. Canal, Winchester, Pickerington, if you're taking 33, that westbound direction, heading into the city. Noticing some slowdowns out there. A similar situation if you're in Bryce and Reynoldsburg this morning, taking 70, that westbound direction, as well as on 71, just past Grove City, heading into the city. 71 northbound at Greenlawn Avenue, definitely a lot slower than usual. Do note those delays. I'm 10 TV's Brina Albizu with your fan traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by RCD RV Supercenter in Heath, Delaware, and Pataskala, or at rcdrv.com.
Men, the summer is here. Longer days, warmer nights, and romance in the air. Intimate dinners, walks on the beach, dancing in the moonlight. But if you have erectile dysfunction, you know it can ruin romance, both for you and the one you love. This is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health. And if you have ED, don't let another summer go by without getting treated. Because intimacy is one of the greatest things in life, and fear of not being able to perform should not be something you have to deal with. At Tri-State Men's Health, we're ED experts. We've successfully treated tens of thousands of men. Our protocols work when others don't, and we have treatments that are effective in well over 90% of cases. You could even last up to an hour or more and perform like you haven't in years. So call us. Your initial appointment is only $99 and includes blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com.
We could tell you what makes Giant Eagle special, but we think our customers say it best.
I love the fresh produce. I love the fresh meat.
I'm pretty sure the fish guy knows me by now. We're buds.
I love to grill. That alone keeps me coming back.
The people that work here are so nice and so helpful.
Everybody loves the cakes from Giant Eagle.
On every shelf, in every department, we're always going for better because being your Giant Eagle matters.
This is my Giant Eagle.
This is my Giant Eagle.
This is my Giant Eagle.
It's Leslie from Pella Columbus.
I'm Wilson from that other window place. Leslie, what's that hot lamp against your window for?
Pella windows are tested up to 160 degrees Wilson to ensure efficiency and the lowest energy bills possible, even in the craziest of temperatures. Put your hand on there.
All right. God, that's hot.
On the window, Wilson.
Oh, hey, that is quite nice and cool. So I'm going to go grab some ice now.
Get the window that Columbus homeowners rated #1 for innovation at PellaColumbus.com.
Hey, Buckeye fans. As the official wing sponsor of Ohio State Athletics, Roosters is kicking off an incredible giveaway you won't want to miss. This football season, we're giving away 12 ultimate Buckeye experiences. 3 drawings, 12 winners with prizes including tickets, sideline passes, and 3 trips to a Buckeye first-round postseason game. Go to roosterswings.com to register and see all the details. 3 drawings, 12 amazing prizes. Register today and every day. Roosters, a fun, casual joint.
Hey friends, Beamer here. Dropping just 25 pounds with Awaken 180 can actually give you 10 extra degrees of golf swing rotation. Now, I'm not Bryson, a mad scientist, but that sounds good. It's about a half a club longer, 6 to 10 extra yards every swing. But from personal experience, lose 75 pounds like me, and it's next level distance. Way better consistency, energy, and mood, especially on the back nine. Take strokes off your game by taking pounds off your frame with Awaken 180 degree weight loss. Online at awaken180weightloss.com.
Get Get cash for clunkers during the Honda Summer Event at Lindsay Honda.
Listen up, Columbus. Cash for clunkers is big money towards your next ride.
Up to $3,500 minimum for your trade.
Use it for the down payment, negative equity, or keep the cash.
Lease a new 2025 HR-V two-wheel drive LX or 2026 Civic four-door LX for just $299 a month. Zero cash down. Just bring us your clunker. Shop Lindsay Honda, the big Honda store now. For details, visit lindsayhonda.com.
It's child's play to donate your car, truck, RV, or boat to Ronald McDonald House Charities of Central Ohio. They'll pick it up free of charge, steer you through the paperwork, and a hefty tax deduction rolls your way as you help provide a home away from home for families of seriously ill, hospitalized children. For more information about donating your vehicle to Ronald McDonald House Charities, visit rmhc-centralohio.org or call 614-CARS-HELP. That's 614-CARS-HELP.
Evan Cohen here. Whether you're locking in your home run picks or riding with your favorite golfers this summer, ESPN Bet is your sports book for all the action. Go from checking stats on your favorite teams and players to placing bets in just a few taps. Plus, new customers can get $100 in bonus bets when you make your first $10 wager. Download the ESPN Bet app and sign up with promo code USL to get started today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
A SoFi personal loan is here to help you achieve something once thought impossible, overcoming high-interest credit card debt. Walk the tightrope of your finances with one low, fixed-rate monthly payment, no fees required, and as soon as the same-day funding. That's right. Pull off your own debt-defying stunt with a SoFi personal loan. Visit SoFi.com/trick to learn more. Loans originated by SoFi Bank, N.A., member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply. NMLS 696891.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan. Sports Center.
Good morning. I'm Buddy Wells. At Great American Ballpark, the Reds saw their 4-game winning streak come to an end last night as they fell to the LA Dodgers 5-2. The rookie pitcher Chase Burns, he continues to flash his potential as he struck out 10 while allowing 3 runs in 5 2/3 innings of work. The two teams will go again tonight at 7:10. Meanwhile, in Cleveland, following a 2.5-hour rain delay, it did not take the Guardians long to miss Emmanuel Clase as the Rockies plated 4 runs in the top half of the final frame to rally past the Guards for the 8-6 win last night. Cleveland will host Colorado again this evening at 6:40. And in college basketball news, the Ohio State men are set to host the Ohio Bobcats this upcoming fall for a preseason exhibition game. That contest will take place on October 15th at the Shot, and it'll be open to the public. This one is brought to you by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Do not put off losing weight this summer. You can reach your goal during the easiest season for weight loss. Awaken 180, the official weight loss program of summer.
When Tyvis looks at Bone, he sees the future. Bald, fat, white. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Tweet the program at Bone and Tyvis 971, or you can hop in the YouTube chat, just like John did. Go to YouTube, search 971 The Fan, click on T-Bone and Tyvis. You'll be right there. John said, Mark May played at Pitt in the late 70s. I'm confused how 96 is the game that caused him to hate Ohio State. I was saying that because Ohio State beat Pitt 72-0, I think, that year. And it's always been believed by Buckeye fans, if you want to point to a time when Mark May decided, I will never give Ohio State credit ever again on TV, that was the game. Yeah, he played a long time before that, but that was the one as a Pitt alum where he said, they're dead to me. Now, I don't know if that's true, but that's what has always been believed. That was the game that caused him to snap.
Mark May used to, oh my goodness. He was one of those guys that every time we won, especially when we went on that natty run, oh, man, everybody, all the fans were adding Mark May. It was hilarious. I was like, yeah, they hate him.
Well, there was that, wasn't there a picture of Zeke? I think it's because they were at the championship game, and I'm pretty sure Mark May is sitting at the desk. Because I'm remembering now, I think I even retweeted this photo. It's a photo of Mark May sitting at the desk, and Zeke is just staring at him and grinning. And Mark May's looking the other way. He doesn't see that Zeke's doing this. But on the broadcast, Zeke is just like getting closer to him and smiling. And then he like sits back and just is like Oh, yeah. Anyway, yeah, it was a great win. We're excited to be here. But, like, there is a photo of him just glaring at Mark May like, what do you have to say now, idiot?
Didn't Lou Holtz call him an a-hole on air over his Ohio State rants one time?
I'm pretty sure, because I think Lou Holtz, too, because Lou Holtz would see that it would agitate Mark May, and then he would be like, guys, I got to tell you, Ohio State's going to win this game by 40 points. And then Mark May would lose his mind. And I think Lou Holtz was doing that to give it to Mark May a little bit. I think he became like a Buckeye fan just to make Mark May get more pissed off.
As he should.
That's a good way to tweak your co-host. I like that. I do it all the time to you. I offer you things like, fatty substances to eat, and you decline them.
You think that's okay?
Yeah.
I'm on this thing. I'm trying to do intermittent fasting.
No. Well, that's me too. I'm intermittently fasting between the hours of, like, let's say 8 p.m. and 7 a.m. whenever I eat in here. That's pretty much. It's called breakfast. Why do we act like this is like, oh, yeah, I'm doing this thing where I don't eat food? It's like, what, starve? That's good. Yeah. Enjoy that.
I bet
you lose weight.
You set yourself a time, 10 to 6. You got to
10 p.m.
10
to 6.
No, 10 a.m. You can only eat from like 10 a.m. to 6. Or is it 11 to 6? Whatever.
Okay.
Whatever you set it at.
That still doesn't work for me.
Yeah. Have you tried it?
Yeah. And you know what I do? 11:01 a.m. Pin pulled.
Some of us work between the hours of 10 and 6.
I'm saying, if it's like, I'm just only going to eat between 11 and 6, you have no idea how much damage I can do between 11 and 6. All the restaurants are open, my friend. The breakfast spots are still there. The lunchtime crowd is in. Dinner spots are opening up. Yeah, I'm good. That's the problem. It's not about how the timing of what I eat. It's actually what I eat that causes me to be this way. And I don't know why. I wish I would look at kale and go, yes, the same way I look at a cinnamon roll, but I don't. They're very different responses I get, and I need to work on that.
You never seen a good, like, chicken salad and was like, man, that looked delicious.
A what?
A chicken salad.
No. Wow. I mean, chicken salad, you mean
chicken Caesar salad?
No, like, it looks good. As a part of a meal before the delicious part.
Wait a minute.
I'll look at a Caesar salad and be like, that looks delicious as an appetizer for the real food.
You can't just eat a salad and that's it?
I can. And then I'm miserable all day.
Oh, my.
And that's what I
gives
can't
you.
do.
It's supposed to give you energy. Green.
No,
green.
It doesn't. No, it doesn't do that. Sorry. Anybody who says that stuff, like, tastes as good.
The people in Cali.
No.
Luka Doncic is on it now.
No. I acknowledge that it's better to eat, but I'm saying the people who tell you, no, honestly, this tastes just as good as the food you're giving up.
They don't know what the they're doing. You understand that?
That's right. Every time I do that, I know what I'm missing out on. And so then I'm like, I could be eating a donut.
You know who got
instead I'm eating a salad.
You know who got a good Caesar salad?
Who's that?
Jay Alexander.
Oh, must be nice.
Hey, don't do that. Don't do that. It's not even expensive. I said like Jeff Ruby's or something like that, and I can understand you saying that. Jay Alexander is like
Tyvis says salad for lunch money. That's amazing.
Wow,
good for you. All right, so Emmanuel Clase, I don't know if he's going to have salad for lunch money. He's now under investigation by Major League Baseball. The Guardians now have 2 pitchers, right? Luis Ortiz and Emmanuel Clase, who are not suspended. They are on whatever they're calling it. They're on leave, which I don't know. If my boss came to me and said, hey, I'm putting you on leave, I would then go to my friends and be like, yeah, they suspended me at work. That's how I would say that.
That's exactly what that is.
Yeah, but it's not technically a Major League Baseball suspension by the terms of the CBA or whatever you want to call it. They're saying there's enough suspicious activity that they need to investigate it more, and they don't want these guys on the field until they do their investigation. But I don't know, Tyvis, how do you read that?
Guilty. But you know the good thing is they at least when they do this, they put them on paid leave.
They do, right?
Like if it was on non-paid leave, that means like they got the evidence that they need. Like it's done.
Well, if they had that level of evidence, I think then they would have already. That's I guess the one thing you could hold out hope for if you are hoping that these allegations are false. If you are a Guardians fan, but even like you're the thing you're holding out hope for is that they are saying. We don't have enough evidence yet. We think there's a suspicion, but maybe we won't ever find enough evidence to actually suspend these guys and then maybe they come back and can be a part of things. The problem is the narrative's out there, regardless of what eventually comes out here. You have people digging up first pitches for Emmanuel Clase like they did with Ortiz, and they're looking at it going, oh, that one looks bad. That one looks bad. That one looks terrible. These seem suspicious. Whether that's fair or not, that's what's happening.
But it's the fact that they tracking it, though. Like, they looking at it like my thing is this. Is this, I wish I had more, like, context on it. Is this one of those things where a bettor is just betting it? They bet it one time for, like, $10,000 a hit? Or is this something that they're, like, betting consecutively?
It's got to be multiple times. It's got to be a pattern.
Oh, well, then they're going down. They going down.
It would not surprise me. No, and also, I'm going to guess that their evidence for Major League Baseball is not, we had some pitches flagged for being egregiously bad.
I mean,
and then
threw it in the dirt. First pitch.
And then that's it. Like, there has to be, and also there was a correlating wager on this that was far above and beyond. I'm not saying that we've heard any of that. I'm saying I cannot fathom that Major League Baseball wouldn't start going down this pathway if they didn't have something like that. And then maybe they need someone to actually say, okay, fine, yes, this is how it was going on. And or is anybody else involved? The Guardians put out a statement yesterday saying no one else is involved. They were informed by Major League Baseball. These are the two guys involved.
Yeah. And then boom. They're like 20 minutes later.
Yeah, there was
Hector Gomez dude come out and said there's a bunch of people that's still under investigation.
Hector Gomez, though, I mean, he is a reporter, it appears, from the Dominican, and he covers Major League Baseball. He said other Guardians pitchers are being investigated. According to the source, the names of the pitchers involved will be revealed in the coming days. They will be placed on non-disciplinary paid leave, just like Ortiz and Clase. I have since seen
we ain't got no team.
Well,
we ain't gonna have no team.
For what it's worth, I have seen some Cleveland area reporters come out and refute that and say, no, the team statement is what that's still the official thought here, is that it's just going to be those two guys. Either way, we talked about this earlier. It blows up their trade deadline strategy, whatever it was going to be.
Not necessarily, because
how does it not? You were going to trade.
You don't know.
Going to dangle. You were going to eat. Okay.
So they say that the Guardians set a price. They set a price and they don't move off their price. So what would have happened was somebody would have had to been desperate enough to match their price, which
for Clase?
For Clase.
Right.
But they still have Quan if they want to move off Quan, and he would be the piece. And on top of that, his bat has heated up in these last couple of games. I mean, he had a 2-run homer game, and then he had a homer game that like 2 games later. So his bat has heated up. So
well, and insert your laugh here, but what I'm saying is, if their strategy was removing both guys, then okay, you could get more return if you did that. Now teams know, like, the only guy you're going to deal is possibly I guess you could deal Bieber, right? But he's still coming back from the injury.
Yeah, but you can send scouts out to see his rehab throws and all that. I mean, Bieber is one of those guys that he signed a 1-1. He's got this year, and then he's got the option for next year. And
yeah, if he can get healthy in time for your team to make a playoff run, he'd be valuable to a team.
Right.
You would think.
You'd have your ace for the playoffs. But the playoff, I told you.
Playoff Beaver's
playoffs?
a little different. Well,
are you kidding me?
But here's the thing, though. Like, I insert laugh here. There was at least a chance that if the Guardians kept playing as well as they were against the craptastic competition they're going against, and they kept building that record back up, they could have made a run at the playoffs with Clase in tow, with Quan, and then God forbid you actually think about adding someone to help your team. But I'm saying,
first of all, they were never going to be buyers like that. That's not going to happen.
I wouldn't think so. But now, even if there was a slim chance of that happening, that's completely off the table.
Yes.
Now you don't have Clase to deal, right? So that doesn't. Now you have to think about, all right, if we deal Quan, we're basically going to piss off our fan base that already is now very down on us, given the current scandal we're dealing with, and that also pretty much ensures you're not making a run at the playoffs.
Yes.
So,
yep.
Great. Like, I'm just saying, this whole thing blows up whatever they were thinking the season might look like. That's all done now. And that's, it sucks. It's a tough thing to wake up to as a Guardians fan, or to hear yesterday when you heard it. It sucks. There's no way to sugarcoat that. One of the worst owners in sports who routinely says dumb things. He has a son who's also stupid, and now he's saying dumb things. You're going to hear from him next. T-Bone and Tyvis on The Fan.
Fan traffic
from the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Hey there, and welcome to your Tuesday. We are still closely monitoring a crash for folks over on the west side, north of London and west of West Jefferson. 42 just past Holiday Trail northeast. Right along 70, we are noticing that right lane still blocked at this hour because of a crash. And taking a live look at our traffic cams this morning, looks like a semi may have rolled over. Thankfully, first responders are on scene, hoping to clean up the scene pretty soon. I'm 10 TV's Brina Albizu with your fan traffic.
When it comes to your roofing, siding, or gutter needs, call Newman Roofing, 614-NEW-ROOF, newmanroofing.com.
Do you suffer from leg pain, leg swelling, varicose veins, or leg ulcers? Dr. Barry Zeta and Dr. Joseph Senta at Ohio Vein and Vascular Polaris are pioneers in the vein and vascular field. Dr. Zeta and Dr. Senta can perform minimally invasive procedures that will get you back on track to a pain-free life. Stop living with leg pain and start the process to healthy living with a free healthy leg screening. Go to loveyourveins.com or call 614-426-VEIN. That's 614-426-VEIN or loveyourveins.com.
Irish Adventure awaits at the Dublin Irish Festival August 1st through 3rd in Dublin, Ohio. Voted 2025 USA Today Best Cultural Festival in the nation. This year promises 3 incredible days of Irish music, dance, food, and fun. Enjoy unique Irish experiences as you explore one of the top festivals in the U.S., drawing over 90,000 guests to Dublin, Ohio each year. Get your tickets at DublinIrishFestival.org.
This is This Date in Reds Baseball with team historian Greg Rhodes.
Here was a day to remember at Crosley Field, the Reds' old ballpark from the 1950s. Against the Pirates, Reds catcher Smokey Burgess hit 3 home runs, including a grand slam, which must have been old news because by the time Smokey hit his in the 6th inning, he had become the second Red to hit a grand slam in the game. Outfielder Bob Thurman had done it in the 4th. This was the first time the Reds hit 2 grand slam home runs in one game. It's happened twice since. Chris Sabo and Joe Oliver in 1993, and Aaron Boone and Eddie Taubensee in 1999. A day for grand slams this July 29th. This date in Reds baseball.
This Date in Reds Baseball is brought to you by the Cincinnati Reds Hall of Fame and Museum, presented by Dinsmore. Celebrating greatness, preserving history, providing inspiration.
Hi, I'm Rick Germain, and at Toyota West, we're having our biggest pre-owned sales event of the year. With over 600 new and pre-owned vehicles, Toyota West at I-270 and Georgesville Road has the car you're searching for. And during our Go Forth sales event, every pre-owned vehicle is discounted and comes with a 72-hour exchange policy plus a 3-month warranty. At Toyota West, you don't have to choose between a great experience and a great price. We deliver both. Come see us at the Germain Auto Mall on Georgesville Road or get started today at ToyotaWest.com.
Skyline is introducing a new chicken chili. Come get that world-famous Skyline flavor you love with a new protein option. Try the new Skyline chicken chili on Waze, Coney's, and all your Skyline favorites. At Columbus Skyline locations only while supplies last.
What does summer bring to mind? Lazy days by the pool? Hot dogs on the grill? How about large, sweaty men putting work in to defend their national title? Yes! Your summer home of the Buckeyes, The Fan.
This radio commercial was made to convince you to stop speeding. We can't use siren sound effects on the radio, so we'll use other equally jarring sound effects to get your attention. Like telling you that whether you drive a little over the speed limit or a lot, you can crash just the same. You could hurt yourself, or worse, others.
I'm at the scene of the collision.
And the damage you cause will be beyond repair. See? We didn't have to use crash or siren sounds after all. Speeding catches up with you. Brought to you by NHTSA.
You can stream the game on your phone while you're gardening. You can stream it while you walk the dog. You can stream it at a trampoline park. You can even stream it at a monster truck rally. But the second you get behind the wheel, the game's over. Remember, Ohio, phones down. It's the law.
Fan And weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
We'll see patchy fog to start and humid and warm with wake-up temperatures in the 70s. And enjoy it this afternoon. Our highs getting into the low 90s with a heat advisory in place for our feels like getting into the triple digits. For tonight, partly cloudy overnight. Lows will be down into the 70s. Another hot day ahead on Wednesday with feels like, again, approaching 100 degrees. I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo for The Fan with your 10 weather impact forecast.
T-Bone and Tyvis is sponsored by Prime Sports. Download the Prime Sports Ohio app today or visit online at primesportsbook.com.
Both of these men love the Browns. Also, both of these men hate the Browns. If you know, you know. This is T-Bone and Tyvis.
T-Bone and Tyvis here. And before we get into our next topic, I want to talk to you guys again about Prime Sportsbook Ohio, because what they're doing is bringing you a massive welcome deposit match offer. You deposit $400 and they will give you $400 in bonus bets. You can use those bets at any time. They never expire. You can, if you got a bet that you're thinking about, if you're thinking about maybe Lamar going for 4,000 yards passing, you could do those bets. You can keep that going. You could do Super Bowl champions, NBA champions. I know how a guy like Scotty Vegas loves to do things like that. But whatever you deposit, they will match. If you want, this offer is for first-time deposits only and can expire at any time. So hurry and download the Prime Sports Ohio app or visit primesportsbook.com and get started betting with reduced juice. It costs less to bet with Prime Sports Ohio. Additional terms and conditions apply. Must be 21 or older and present in Ohio. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Please play responsibly.
So we know that Jerry Jones is an idiot, right? He's been an idiot for a very long time. He's a rich idiot. He can tell anybody he wants to what to do on his football team as far as who's going to be the coach, who they're going to draft.
Hey, Jerry Jones is the reason why I got my NFL pension.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Because when I got hurt in Dallas in my final preseason game, they offered me a settlement.
Yeah.
And it was for 4 games. I needed 3. They gave me 4.
Ah.
So I signed that deal immediately.
And now you have your pension.
Now I have my pension.
And that's how you have, salad for lunch money, which is good. Which I approve of. Well, anyway, Jerry Jones, say what you will about him, at least at one point in his life, he had to build a business and make investments and make decisions that caused him to be a wealthy man, right? He was a football player at Arkansas. He then struck it rich in the oil fields and then moved on from there to become a wealthy man who eventually bought the Dallas Cowboys. We know about
nice.
His son, Stephen Jones, however, well, he's different.
I'm in the Lucky Sperm Club.
That's what he did. He just showed up on the scene, and that's that. So, but again, some of these guys who own NFL teams, their dads are the ones, or their families are the ones that made all the money, and now they talk like they've done something when they haven't. So the Cowboys, because they love to do this, they love to go to Oxnard, California for their training camp.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I went there.
Yeah, I know they've done it for years, right?
Yep.
What did you think of Oxnard when you went? Good?
That was fine. I mean,
yeah.
it was crazy because it was like they bought like a whole campus basically. And it was funny because some of like the older vets had like these the golf carts that they was riding around. They had their names on it.
Oh.
And I was like, must be nice. So I would be like, let me get a ride with them. But it was fine. Like it was, you had your own little suite, little dorm suite and things like that. So it was pretty nice in that department.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Well, they're out there and the fans are out there too. Now, last year they were chanting pay Lamb, for CeeDee Lamb because yet again, it seems like every offseason it's like, yeah, we're going to wait until we pay our high-profile stud player, and then we're going to pay more for them because we're stupid and we screw around with their money.
As long as they're paying,
Well, that's fine. But as far as for Cowboys fans, I can understand how that's frustrating when you're looking at it going, are they going to do the deal or not? Probably where we're going to head with Micah Parsons, too. I'm sure they will get a deal done with him. But he is entering the final year of a rookie salary that pays him $24 million this year.
Well, just because you
good
pay
money,
him,
you can get it.
Just because you pay him don't mean you're going to have him.
Well, that's another thing that Jerry Jones said the other week. Well, so they were asking Jerry and Stephen Jones about, because now the fans are chanting pay Parsons, right? Because they want them to pay Mike Parsons. And they all just said, yeah, we heard those chants. We don't really care. It doesn't change anything. We're going to deal with it in-house. When Stephen Jones was asked about it, he said this, quote, "It doesn't change anything about the fans chanting. We want to pay Micah too. He's got to want to be paid too."
He's got to want to be paid?
I don't, correct me if I'm wrong. You play in the NFL. I am just a stupid sports radio host. Has there ever been a guy who was like, you know what? I actually don't want the money. I don't need it. Like, we're going to offer you a contract to keep, and he wants to play, but he's like, I just don't want the money. No, I'll keep playing. I don't want to be paid. Has there ever been a player in NFL history that said that? There's been guys who walked away from the game, but there's never, I don't recall a guy who ever said, I'll play for you. I want to be a successful player. I don't want the paycheck. Like, I don't know what this even means.
I don't even think you could do that legally.
No. Well, the Players Association would file a grievance against you. They would be anti-player because you're ruining it for all the other guys.
No, pay me minimum wage.
Right, yeah. Like, here, come out here for $8.15 an hour.
We were talking when I did Rothman and Ice. I had to fill in last Wednesday. Yeah. I believe he had Shefty on that day. And we asked Shefty about it. And he was saying that pretty much what happened was Micah did his own negotiations at first. So he was like talking to Jerry about what he wanted the deal to be. And then his agent, Micah's agent, which is, I think it's David Mulligetta.
I think you're right.
Was like, no. Don't talk to him. Talk to me.
Yeah.
So that's where things got hairy because it was like Micah was like pretty much negotiated his own deal. But David Mulligetta was like, this is no. He not doing that.
And here's the thing.
So that's where like because pretty much Jerry Jones was like, we had the deal ready.
Yeah,
and now David Mulligetta was like, no, that's a terrible deal, blah, 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 blah. Now this is where we are.
I'm sure there are people who hear that and go, that's BS. Why not let Micah Parsons work out his own deal? And the reason is this. Jerry Jones has been writing NFL deals and making contracts and doing everything in that regard since before Micah Parsons was born, right?
Mm-hmm.
So do you think that's a fair negotiation for a guy who, as much as Micah Parsons
says, he was definitely going to get over on him for sure.
Right.
Jerry Jones was going to get over on him for sure.
Jerry Jones knows exactly what he's doing there by going, hey, buddy, I'm your friend. I'm Jerry Jones. Pow! Hey, he's like the goofball kind of a bit of the ownership group, but he's also one of the richest guys in the NFL. He's been around the block longer than anyone. He carries as much weight as anyone in the NFL. He's one of the primary reasons why Roger Goodell gets $60 million a year. And this guy coming up to one of his guys who's on a rookie.
Why does he get that much money? I just don't understand.
That's a whole nother discussion, right?
But $60 million.
Jerry Jones going to Micah Parsons and saying, come on, man, we're all friends here. You love the Cowboys. I love the Cowboys. Let's do a deal. That is exactly what's wrong with Jerry Jones, is that he thinks he can just do something like that that's going to infuriate a high-powered agent who is not just representing Micah Parsons. I'm quite sure there are a number of other Cowboys players he represents, and there's probably a lot of dudes around the NFL that David Mulligetta, I know he represents a bunch of dudes. Like, they're guys that you may want on the Cowboys at some point. If you screw up a relationship with that agent because you're trying to get a little bit of a hometown discount, now you're screwing up your organization's attempts at signing a different player down the road, right? I know, insert laugh here. When do they do that? But you know what I mean? Like, that's where one of the many reasons why Jerry Jones, this stuff seems kind of folksy and fun and, oh, he's just trying to work out a deal with his stud player. Why do they need the agent involved? Because you know that guy's getting screwed. Like, yeah. I mean, all of us would like to be screwed in a way where we don't get maybe $150 million or $40 million a year. We only get $35 million a year. But for Micah Parsons, that's why he hires an agent, is to get the best deal possible. Jerry knows that, and he's trying to go around it. It's BS.
Pretty much, yeah.
So that shows you how he operates.
But what it tells me is that they want to get a deal done, though. That's the
you're
thing.
Right.
Like,
you're
both
right.
parties want to have him as a Dallas Cowboy. It's just about ironing out the wrinkles and, I guess, the pay and all that stuff. And he's already admitted that the longer we wait, the more we're going to have to pay. That's a fact. So it's really the ball is really in their court.
Meanwhile, in the Guardians clubhouse, they're like, is there a way we can bet on whether or not he signs this deal? This jokes are just never going to stop. I'm sorry.
You know who got to bet on that? The Guardians.
I got 5 on it. That's right.
I can't believe they got 2 players in 1 year. That's sad, man. Like one, all right.
Apparently sit next to each other in the clubhouse and are best friends.
One is like, okay,
that's not good.
That happens. To have 2 in the same year.
Listen, it's suspect. It's Mike Epps in Friday After Next. Everybody's a suspect. That's how I feel about the Guardians clubhouse right now.
I'm just telling you, somebody is singing the blues.
Oh, someone's
singing the blues.
How hard is it to sneak weapons into a stadium? At least with one team, easier than it should be. We'll tell you which stadium that is next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Hey there, and welcome to your Tuesday. We are still closely monitoring a crash for folks over on the west side, north of London and west of West Jefferson. 42, just past Holiday Trail northeast. Right along 70, we are noticing that right lane still blocked at this hour because of a crash. And taking a live look at our traffic cams this morning, looks like a semi may have rolled over. Thankfully, first responders are on scene, hoping to clean up the scene pretty soon. I'm 10 TV's Brina Albizu with your fan traffic.
Dive into the Marvel Universe on the official Marvel Podcast. We're going behind the scenes with the creators behind Marvel Comics, the stars of the MCU, and Marvel Studios' Kevin Feige.
But if you want the real answer, if we're trying to get real on this podcast,
celebrate the legacy of your favorite Marvel adventures and characters. The official Marvel Podcast.
I think this show's going to be a real treat.
New episodes every Wednesday wherever you listen to podcasts.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play.
Guys, don't live with tiredness and low energy. Get your life back with testosterone therapy at Low T Center. Take the test, get those fast results, and start TRT with Columbus's leading experts in men's health. And now it's easier than ever with the new Synergenics Health app, an innovation in healthcare technology you will not find anywhere else. So download the Synergenics Health app now or book an appointment while the test is still free at fixmylowt.com. That's fixmylowt.com.
T-Bone and Tyvis is presented by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Sign up today at awaken180weightloss.com.
Tyvis Powell is a legendary Buckeye. T-Bone loves to eat Buckeyes. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
I just found out something about Tyvis. We were talking about, Tyvis likes to work out. Goes up to Cleveland Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Yep.
Now, the station that you go up to is a Tegna-owned station.
Yep, WKYC.
This radio station is a Tegna-owned station.
Yeah.
And we're owned, our TV channel, Channel 10, we're all in the same building.
Mm-hmm.
I found out at WKYC up in Cleveland, they have a gym.
Yes.
In their facility.
Yep.
Wow. Must be nice. I'm not saying to you, I'm saying
it's not like the biggest gym in the world. Like they got a rack of dumbbells, they got 2 benches. They got pull down row machine.
Okay.
They got treadmills.
That's a real gym.
Yeah,
I get what you're saying.
They got the essentials of the basics of what
you're saying.
need.
They don't have like a full court basketball court.
No, they got
a squash and pickleball area. Yeah, I get that. But I'm saying that's pretty good.
Yeah, I've worked out in there. I think I worked out in there twice before.
Now I know if we had a gym here, no one would be expecting me to be in it, but I would be. I love an elliptical.
You go in there?
Oh, I love an elliptical. Throw on some headphones, and I listen to like my crazy screaming music, and I get after it. Go on the elliptical. Low impact.
If we had a weight room here, Bobby Carpenter would probably
oh
be
my
in
gosh.
there.
Well, it'd be all you former football players.
Yeah.
You guys would all be in there trying to outdo each other and throwing out your shoulders.
No, I wouldn't do that.
I think you're telling me if Bobby walked in and was like, "All right, today we're deadlifting or something."
Bobby's crazy. He's like Slags. Slags is insane, but Bobby's crazy.
Okay,
so he's still lifting like
they're gonna call him.
Yeah, no, I'm not doing that. I can't do hang cleans and power cleans and all that. I'm not doing that.
All right. I mean, I respect the fact that you still work out. I also respect the fact that
squats and stuff, but I ain't like.
I respect the fact that you're not getting a call from the league. That's good.
Oh no, yeah, those it's done. It's done. And then, and if they did, we'll see. We'll see. If they called me, I'd be like, I'd definitely go out there. Now.
I know you would.
I would definitely go.
Do we ever figure out? Are you going to try to do the flag football thing for the Olympics for Jamaica? My guys.
Oh, if I lose 25 pounds,
Tyvis.
I have to. You know what? That's a lie. I'd have to lose 35. I got to get to 215 again.
Not that I want to lose you for like the Olympics in a few years, but why are we not trying to make this happen? I want you to live out your dreams. Imagine if you go out there
and Team Jamaica pick off Patrick Mahomes.
You're not winning a gold because it's the U.S. has already got that locked up, but you could aim for silver. What if you guide Jamaica to like a silver medal? Be pretty special, right?
I would then,
Would you walk off and be like, sorry, it's not gold. I don't even want to go to the medal ceremony?
Yeah, that's a fact. That happened to me in high school, actually. When I ran track, that happened to me. I was going to be MVP of the track meet. Like I had won the 4x1, the 4x2, and I was going to win the open 2, but I lost. I came in second place. I don't think I've ever told this story. So
really?
this what happened.
Okay.
This what happened. Real quick. And we'll get back on topic. So we was at Brush in Cleveland. It was a place called Brush. It was a Saturday meet, which means that all the schools come to the meet. And for the first heat, for like the prelims, it's the prelims and then it's the finals. So you race the 2 heats race, and then whoever like the fastest 8 people out of the 2 heats meet in the finals, and then you get the winner out of that. So when I did the open 2, it was this girl. She was like, whoever wins this race can get my number after this.
Oh.
So I said, okay, cool. She was all right, decent looking gal. I went out there and rode everybody. I rode them. Now what I didn't know is this girl was involved with a guy that was in the same race as me. So when I went to go get the number, she gave it to me, but he was standing there like, what you doing type thing. I didn't know this was going on. I didn't know, right?
This is messy. This is very messy.
We get to the final heat, right?
Yeah.
And I already got the 4x2. I already got the 4x1. All I need to do is win this one, and I'm the MVP of the meet. When I tell you that dude went out there and rode me, he looked like Usain Bolt out there. He was upset. So
he was motivated.
I ended up coming in second place and getting a silver medal because of that. Yeah, so yeah.
So that was the last time you got second?
After that. But they gave me the medal, and I'm like, what am I supposed to do with this? Like, I tossed it. Like, what am I going to do with that?
Call the girl up and be like, hey.
Nah.
Just in case first place doesn't work out, second place is right here.
Go to nothing.
So I saw this story, and I bring it up because, we all go to sporting events, and I've always wondered, they make you go through security every time you go to a sporting event. There's you got to stand there, you got to take stuff out of your pockets, get wanded in, whatever. Well, apparently not every stadium is created equal in that regard, because there has been an issue with the Phoenix Suns. Their arena, they are dealing with a lawsuit. Former Suns Director of Security, Gene Traylor. So this situation's been messy. This guy was the Director of Security. He claims that he went to the management and was like, we're not secure enough. We've got security issues. We've got problems. We need to get them fixed. And he claims then they were like, shut up. You're fired. And so then he sued them and said, you can't fire me because that's retaliation for me criticizing you. So he sued them. They're in the middle of that lawsuit. Anyway, he still got fired. But he claimed in that lawsuit, and some of this is coming out now, that last year, multiple times, the NBA and the local authorities sent undercover people with weapons in their, hidden on them, where they bought a ticket. They weren't, dressed in law enforcement gear or anything. They went in, got weapons into the stadium. And he says, that's why I brought all this to your attention. It's because we've had these issues. And it's been, I guess, over the last few years. And he claims nothing's being done about it. And I just thought that kind of makes you think twice, right? Like, how could you in 2024, 2025, how could you have a stadium where, they said these guys, not guns, but they brought in, knives. They were able to sneak in a knife into, a Suns game. And I don't know Like, what are we doing? I know we got to get people in and out, but how? Because every time you go anywhere, they're like, step
Metal
over here, get
detector,
wanded, get all this stuff. Are they not doing that at Suns games? They just open up the doors and be like, just come on in.
Well,
we don't even charge for tickets. Just get in here.
That's scary, actually.
Now
you can't. That's like you putting people's lives at danger. Like that's you can go down for this. Like
no, you can't do that.
Yeah.
Well, here's something to keep in mind with this guy. Now, the Suns, of course, refute all this and say this isn't true. This isn't. No, we passed all of our security checks. The NBA apparently sends people to do this regularly around the league, and he claims they failed the NBA test as well. So, like, this has happened multiple times, according to him. Please keep in mind, Gene Traylor, this guy, he is the same guy who, in a lawsuit, alleged that the current CEO of both the Suns and the Mercury, Josh Bartelstein, was having an affair
with Sophie Cunningham,
who played for the Mercury before being traded to Indiana this offseason. So,
this is the same guy
who said that, who is now saying also their arena sucks and you can bring weapons in. So she, for what it's worth, Sophie Cunningham has refuted all that and said that is completely untrue and those are lies. So that should all be noted here that she denies those allegations. So the Suns also deny that this is happening. This could be a disgruntled employee just making stuff up. But I would think that the NBA or somebody could easily come out and say, yeah, we did that, and they're right. But they don't want to go against the Suns ownership, I'm quite sure, who's part of this lawsuit. So I don't know. Just something to keep in mind there on that story, because I find this to be extremely messy with this guy. Whoever he is either like blowing the whistle on everything. Or he's a complete liar.
He trying to burn the place down. That's what he doing. They done fired him. He done lost his benefits. He tried to burn the place down.
No.
I tell you what, has it ever been a time where, like, I'm sure it has been. It probably happens all the time, where people comes out and denies the allegations and then the allegations actually is true?
Yeah, all the time. I mean, 100% of the time. Like, I rarely, if ever, do they get someone who's like, oh, no, those things you said about me, those happened. And here, let me tell you about more crimes I did. Like, I think most people start off with the default position.
Have you ever heard of a not guilty plea?
I mean, come on, Shaggy, back in the day, it wasn't me. Like, that's been great.
I forgot all about the Sophie Cunningham thing, actually, to be kind of honest with you.
Since then, she's been in the news for a lot of other things, right? She had, like, standing up her and, Caitlin Clark and that whole team going against the league and J.C. Sheldon mixing it up with them, among others, right? Like, so there's been a lot of other drama since then. But, yeah, that started off the WNBA season with that bombshell. It was quite a revelation.
If that comes out to be true, what happens? Nothing, right? Because she's already traded.
There's nothing. Look, there's nothing technically illegal about what if she and this guy did that. If anything, it would probably come down on the Suns CEO, right? For like, you're in a position of power. That's an inappropriate relationship for him, right? As much as it is for anyone else. But I would think for him, you're the guy in leadership, so you probably get popped for that. You probably get suspended by the team or something for having a relationship with a player. That seems not great. I don't know.
The Suns is they're corrupt is what it sounds like. They corrupt over there.
They also can't figure out how to do any. Like, I know we're not an NBA show and a lot of people don't follow this stuff, but go look up all the terrible deals the Suns have made over the years and like how they have basically no picks and also no talented players, and the ones they do have cost them like far exceeding anything they should. And I don't know what the plan is in Phoenix, but it's not good. That's why when they got rid of Kevin Durant, it was like, yeah, I mean, he wanted out of there.
Riddance.
He wanted out of there, and I can't blame him. All right, coming up next, it's buzzer time. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic
from the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning. Well, we are still noticing and following a crash in the downtown scene. The right shoulder is still blocked on State Route 315 North, right at that 670 eastbound intersection because of this crash. Again, the road status is restricted right now. Is slightly open, though, so make sure to just prepare for some slowdowns as you're approaching the downtown scene. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
I'm an old school Joe. I never lay juice I don't want to lay. I don't hate my money like that. I'd rather lay minus 108 than minus 110, wouldn't you? Prime Sports is Ohio's full-time reduced juice sportsbook. Download the Prime Sports Ohio app or visit our website, primesportsbook.com. Get a welcome bonus to match your initial deposit up to $400 in bonus bets. And be a member of the Prime Sports family.
Terms and conditions apply. Visit website for details. Must be 21 and present in Ohio. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hey friends, Beamer here, and dropping just 25 pounds with Awaken 180 can actually give you 10 extra degrees of golf swing rotation. That's about a half a club longer, 6 to 10 extra yards on every swing. But from experience, lose 75 pounds like I did, and now we're talking next level distance, consistency, and even mood, especially on the back nine. And actually, every pound you drop takes 4 pounds of pressure off your knees. So I lost 300 pounds of pressure off of mine. Take strokes off your game by taking pounds off your frame. Online at awaken180weightloss.com.
The sun is out and the savings are on. Now at Coughlin Chevrolet. Lease a new 2025 Chevy Trax for $159 a month. A new 2026 Chevy Equinox, only $259 a month. Or a new 2025 Silverado, lease for $359 a month. See our full inventory at CoughlinChevrolet.com. Together, let's drive.
36-month lease with $39.99 due at signing, plus tax, title, and license. 10,000 miles per year, 25 cents per mile over. See dealer for details. Ends 8/4/25.
Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. When was the last time you hopped out of bed without that knee or back screaming at you? Or walked down a flight of stairs without groaning step by step? Hey, that was me. And I had to deal with that for all the years of playing football. But I went and saw my friends over at QC Kinetics, and it disappeared. I didn't have to tough it out anymore. Call over QC Kinetics with Dr. Wolkoff and get your free consultation. It's regenerative medicine, folks. There are thousands of patients who will tell you that they wish they would have done it sooner, just like I did. I'm glad I did, and my experience was tremendous. You go in, you have a consult, they lay out the plan, they talk about it. It's no pills, it's no scalpels. It's just your own body's biologics treating you and helping heal you. So find out if you're a good candidate. Go to QCkinetics.com/Columbus or call 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544. They have offices all around Central Ohio, so be sure to go and check them out.
You ever feel like your money is just lying around? Switch to Huntington Bank, and your money is always doing something.
Like what?
Like automatically pushing more to savings so you can take that trip.
I like trips.
Who doesn't? It even tracks your progress. You're almost there.
Well, I better pack.
And it charts your spending so you know which vacation hat you can afford.
How does it know I like hats?
Let's get more from money. Switch to Huntington Bank. Welcome. Eligibility requirements apply. Some features may require enrollment.
Do you feel that? The season is getting closer. Buckeye football comes your way in 32 days. Every game, every season. Proud to be your flagship home for Ohio State football. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Every great team has its core players, but when the season gets tough, adding the right free agent can make all the difference. The same goes for business. At Robert Half, we found that 67% of companies surveyed plan to increase their use of contract talent to handle workload peaks and backlogged projects. With Robert Half's specialized recruiters' experience, combined with our award-winning AI, you can quickly find the skilled candidates you want. At Robert Half, we know talent. Discover how we can help at roberthalf.com/talent.
Need assistance with door and window projects? The Home Depot can help. From inspiration and materials to ordering and installation, our free millwork virtual apron service can get you moving and doing. Plus, we speak Spanish too. Our associates can help you tackle complex jobs without you leaving the job site, saving you time and money. Call us at 1-833-HD-APRON or visit homedepot.com/MVA. The Home Depot, how doers get more done.
Want to know anything about the Fans contest, how to win, or what's up for grabs? Check out 971thefan.com. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Your home for football, food, and fun. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
You can tweet the program at Bone and Tyvis 971. Now joining us, one of the triumvirate of Bishop and Friends. He is Eric Reeser. And Gentlemen, I'll tell you, you and Tyvis have the same sweatshirt on, and it's
very hard to tell us apart.
It's so jarring. It's like looking at twins.
We're twinning, as they say.
Yeah.
Twinsies.
You both great hair, super athletic, handsome, dark complexion.
Dark complexion.
Yeah.
Again, same height.
Oh, exact same height. There's no differences here.
Thank God you sound a little different. Otherwise, I don't even know if I could figure this out.
Yeah, that's true.
It's really confusing to me.
Me and Eric have been twins like this since last year when we did fall camp. We wore our rock shirts. And nobody could tell us apart there either. So
yeah, it was really difficult. I could tell Cardell was having a tough time. Like, which one is Tyvis?
Reese, what's up with our Cleveland team?
Oh, the Gambling Guardians.
Oh.
Do we think that Luis Ortiz and Emmanuel Clase, those are just isolated, independent of each other?
Supposedly they were good friends. They are good friends.
They are good friends. They're both Dominican-based pitchers. There's a lot of camaraderie.
Do you think they had the same friend that placed the wagers that got flagged?
The same group of friends. And
allegedly.
I understand the Guardians coming out with a statement that no member of their staff is currently under investigation, but if you really believe that this is just where it stops, I've got a couple bridges I'd love to sell you along the Scioto River. Like, this is going to, I feel like this gets worse. But I also, for Clase, like, since May, he's been one of the best closers in the league. So I find it kind of funny that he's betting pretty much on himself. Like, I can climb out of a 1-0 hole.
Yeah.
And make a little extra money. Like, this isn't an issue for me where anybody gets really hurt by it. So I don't, it's stupid.
Here's where I think you get hurt. Is one, it's just calling into question that what you're watching is legitimate. Regardless of what the betting was, that's always been my issue, even with Pete Rose, because Pete Rose would have his defenders who would say, well, he bet on himself on the team to win. And it's like, yes, but even if the bet is something where it's like, I think we're going to win by 10, it's like to pay off the bet, you have to win in a certain way. And in baseball, you have to manage a certain way. You can't blow out your bullpen just to win a game in the middle of, July. Like, you have to think about the rest of that week, the rest of that month in the season, and where this game stands in it. And when he would do that, you're calling into question the game.
It is
same
bad
thing here, right?
Yeah. And it's, the cardinal sin of baseball. So I don't expect Ortiz or Clase to pitch again.
Oh, you think they're banned?
I think they get the hammer.
Really?
Ortiz is already on his second extension of his paid leave.
What if Ortiz had to snitch on Clase to get less a reduced sentence?
USA Today reported that when Major League Baseball was sniffing around Ortiz, they found out about Clase. So this does feel to me like a domino effect. And I understand, like, this is the cardinal sin in baseball.
Why do 10 when you could tell on a friend?
If they come out and dismiss Stephen Vogt and the rest of that organization in the next week, I wouldn't be too surprised.
No, I mean,
one's a little bit of a problem, two's a pattern.
You think they gonna dismiss Stephen
I don't think they will, but if they did, it wouldn't surprise me for this.
Tyvis, I think you're looking at this situation as possibly being he might as well. The organization, at the very least, it calls into question Stephen Vogt. There was an interview, and I can't remember who did it, but I saw a quote from him just last night where he said, yeah, I mean, I played him because we had heard rumblings this could happen.
Yeah, I don't fault him for throwing out Clase. You're supposed to win games. He's one of the best.
Regardless of if his logic is sound on that, people are then going to have questions about, well, wait, how much did you know about this? Who did you put out there knowing what you knew?
You would fire Stephen Vogt.
I'm not saying
nobody
I would.
wants to fire him. He's the AL Manager of the Year. I think he's done a tremendous job with all the things that have been given to him, but this starts to create a bit of a problem for the integrity of that whole.
So you think he's got to jump? He's gonna have to jump on the grenade.
Oh no, I think they just pack his box.
If they're gonna do it, that's the way. He wouldn't give up anything. I think it would be you deny, and then maybe the team says, all right, well, we got to save face. Let's show that we're serious about this.
Because if you did allow this to happen within your clubhouse of multiple pitchers or multiple players, committing serious integrity violations, you've ruined your chance at the deadline because Clase's not able to be moved at all.
Nope.
And so then it calls into question what can you do well, and if that's nothing, then you got to go.
Yeah, I'm with you. All right, more on that, I'm sure. What else are you guys going to get into today on the show?
So our 20 most interesting college football programs has us going out to Seattle for the University of Washington. Year 2 of Jed Fish. Tony Castricone, the voice of the Huskies, will join us at 11:30. We'll have Dom Taberi on at 10:30 before he goes on vacation for a couple of weeks. And then we've got the real truth.
Couple of weeks?
He's taking the time off before football season. It's the smart thing to do, Tyvis.
A couple of weeks?
A little bit of time.
That's way too much. A 4-day, a vacation should be no longer
From what I
4
understand
days.
on the TV side, you can't burn it at all during football season. And so if that goes from the last week in August to the last weekend in January,
Yeah, you got to do what you got to do. By the way, Tyvis, your rules suck.
4 days. A vacation should be no longer than 4 days.
No.
Then how do you go anywhere? If you want to go to Asia, You just literally fly there, see the airport, and fly back. That's
you don't.
Okay, that's no disagreed. All right, so
that's what we got to look forward to.
I'm looking forward to it. Tony Castrone, by the way, former fan alum, now out there out west in Washington. So let him live. All right, it's buzzer time. Let's do it.
Shove it down your throat.
It's time for the buzzer.
Sponsored by Getchy's Amish Country Furnishings in Dublin. AmishCountryFurnishings.com.
Wendy's has a new Frosty coming out. They actually have a little meal deal. There is the new Wednesday series on Netflix that is based off of the character of Wednesday Addams, right? So all the Addams family stuff, they're going to kind of lean into that. Yep, it's creepy and it's kooky. The Frosty they've made, though, now here's what it is. It's cherry sauce drizzled over either a vanilla or chocolate Frosty. However, they're calling it the Raven's Blood Frosty, which I actually hope as a Browns fan, we could just co-opt that and say, yes, we want that for like the 2 times a year when hopefully we quote the Ravens nevermore and beat them, but I don't think that's likely to happen. You also, though, with this Frosty, get a spoon of gloom, which is like, it's a purple spoon where the end of it is shaped like a gravestone. So like, it's very leaning into the Addams Family motif. They also have nuggets that come with 2 mystery sauces that are apparently very spicy. They don't tell you what the sauces are. They say they're...
Are you a spicy guy?
Yeah. Okay. I'll do a spicy.
So you would get this meal?
I'd get the spicy nuggets if I can, and then get the spicy sauce and see what's up. Although sometimes it doesn't mix well. Like we found with the spicy McMuffin, where they're like...
You
like
didn't like it? No. It's just too much sauce. They gotta like
it's when you
sauce.
put, especially the new spicy snack wrap, where it's like, here's a spicy tender, and then we put spicy sauce on it, and they fight each other. I'd rather have just the tender be spicy or the sauce, one or the other. All right, Bishop and Friends is next. We will talk to you tomorrow. Have a great rest of your Tuesday. It's T-Bone and Tyvis on The Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Well, we are still closely monitoring a crash over on the east side this morning. This is just before Bryce. The left lane is still blocked on 70 West, just past State Route 256 because of this crash. We did make calls on it. Looks like 3 cars were involved, 2 people taken to the hospital. Police, again, still on scene. Be prepared for some slowdowns in this direction. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Men, the summer is here. Longer days, warmer nights, and romance in the air. Intimate dinners, walks on the beach, dancing in the moonlight. But if you have erectile dysfunction, you know it can ruin romance, both for you and the one you love. This is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health. And if you have ED, don't let another summer go by without getting treated. Because intimacy is one of the greatest things in life. And fear of not being able to perform should not be something you have to deal with. At Tri-State Men's Health, we're ED experts. We've successfully treated tens of thousands of men. Our protocols work when others don't, and we have treatments that are effective in well over 90% of cases. You could even last up to an hour or more and perform like you haven't in years. So call us. Your initial appointment is only $99 and includes blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com.
You can stream the game on your phone while you're gardening. You can stream it while you walk the dog. You can stream it at a trampoline park. You can even stream it at a monster truck rally. But the second you get behind the wheel, the game's over. Remember, Ohio, phones down. It's the law.
Hey there. You hear that? Right. You don't. That's what it's like to order food for your workplace with EasyCater. No hold music while you wait to place your order. No tapping as you type in special dietary instructions or long, complicated searches for options in your budget. No crinkling of paper receipts. Just...
Dang, these are some tasty sandwiches.
EasyCater, the better way to order food for work. Order now at easycater.com.
Oh, no.
Ah, that's the sound of someone who's misplaced
my debit card.
Their debit card.
Where did I leave that thing?
Not at the gas pump, or the checkout counter, or the roof of your car. Now, if he has the Chase mobile app, he can use Card Lock.
Wait, I could just lock my card.
Yep, just a few tippy taps on his phone and that sound? That's peace of mind from Chase.
Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Message and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank N.A. member FDIC.
I'm back to doing what I love and more, thanks to the Good Feet store.
Don't let bad feet stop you from being active and getting healthy this year. Trade in your bad feet for good feet at the Good Feet store.
The Columbus Zoo invites you to follow the footsteps and the tails of animals from around the world. Explore our newest region, North America Trek. So what are you waiting for? Get your tail to our trails only at your Columbus Zoo.
At CME, many of our team members are certified financial counselors, trained to help you budget smarter, tackle debt, and build a plan for your financial goals. They offer free confidential support exclusively for CME members with real-world guidance. Whether you're starting from scratch or need a plan for a specific financial journey, our counselors are here to help. No judgment, just support. Let's move forward together. Terms and conditions apply. Federally insured by NCUA. Visit cmefcu.org for additional details.
At Planet Fitness, we're declaring it. This is the year of getting stronger, and you can get started now by saving when you join today. We have all the best-in-class equipment you could ever need, and you can work out your way on your time at any convenient location near you. Most open 24 hours. So let's do this. Join Planet Fitness today and save. Just $1 down, $15 a month.
Offer ends July 31st.
See Home Club for details.
Evan Cohen here. Whether you're locking in your home run picks or riding with your favorite golfers this summer, ESPN Bet is your sports book for all the action. Go from checking stats on your favorite teams and players to placing bets in just a few taps. Plus, new customers can get $100 in bonus bets when you make your first $10 wager. Download the ESPN Bet app and sign up with promo code USL to get started today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
Want to get 30% stronger in just 8 weeks? Then GNC Amp Whey Bolic is your protein. From America's #1 protein powder brand for building strength, Amp Whey Bolic delivers ultra-pure, fast-digesting whey protein packed with 6.2 grams of leucine for faster gains in muscle growth and recovery. If you want more out of every workout, then settle for nothing less than a premium formula that's third-party tested for over 285 banned substances and proven to get you stronger, faster. Go to your local GNC for Whey Bolic and get